No, I didn't know what was. I just kind of agreed with what Alex said.
No, you never came. We haven't changed you to a human. You're not a human for this session.
I'm not a
Because
human.
you have different stuff then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
So-
still half orc.
Beautiful.
Re-rub it.
Sorry about that one, Chief.
Oh, that's all good. I don't know what difference it makes.
Probably nothing for now.
Yeah.
Just putting my medieval lo-fi beats on.
Ooh. Medofi. Malofi?
We're one o'clock.
All right, I wasn't even ready. Oh shit. All right, welcome to episode 2 of the Your Turn Dungeons and Dragons game. I'm your Dungeon Master Alex, and with me we have all of our players minus one. If you tuned in last week, we are missing Astrid, our lovely half-orc, our tiefling warlock, not half-orc.
I'm the half orc.
You're the half-orc.
I am the half orc.
Exactly. This is episode 2. Last week, during the session, our party basically got together, meeting in the very busy and lively tavern, the Yawning Portal, which is a very high adventurer hotspot within the city of Waterdeep. There you enjoyed some drinks, you spoke to some patrons, you had some questionable interactions with the barmaid. We're still in the evening. We don't actually know how Kincaid's stomach is doing after his potential food poisoning there. But we will see.
I reckon he's fine.
I'm sure he's fine.
I'm sure he's going to get 30 gold from this. Was it 15 or 10?
I can't remember. I was just gonna say I can't
bet?
remember the
Yeah,
25.
it was
The bet was
You didn't
25.
bet anything. It was
Yeah,
me.
no,
It was- I
you
get
were
the
just
gold.
part of it. Anyway, aside from the
I
point,
was the subject of it.
doesn't matter. Aside from some very suspicious eating, you also all engaged in a bit of a bar brawl in which
A little bit of the Barney.
some of the characters' true colors really came out, namely Time crawling up various patrons and scratching at them or clapping their heads in.
Discombobulated.
Before the large portal, which is, or the well/portal centered within the Yawning Portal, caused many of the patrons to leave as a series of small, evil flesh bug insects came out, which were seemingly stealing blood from a troll, which also emerged out. The barkeep Durin fought the troll while you guys fought off the small bugs before you engaged with the troll, and learning that maybe you were not properly equipped for it, a couple of you had a very quick and hard hit, which, aside from causing some major injury, did get the attention of one Mr. Volo Ganthromp, however you say his last name. Volo, for short.
We'll just follow.
Volo. He requested your assistance in trying to locate a friend of his, Floon. The details were hazy. Basically, he explained that he was drinking at a pub called the Skewered Dragon, and that was the last place he saw his compatriot. Comrade, you took that and had some very questionable, again, bartering to try and get an increased reward, which involved a lot of math from Kincaid.
Kincaid is not good at maths. Neither am I, as it turns out.
Well, but you agreed to help him out. So you left the Yawning Portal with your route to the Skewered Dragon. Now, would you guys like to say that you are en route to the Skewered Dragon, or do you want to have teleported there now already?
Haven't we?
I thought we were at
Yeah,
the
we-
You were at there and you booked rooms, but if you want to go back and do some stuff through the streets, or we can just have it that it's the next morning. It's more if you want to do stuff in the evening. It's roughly 10, 11-ish at night, so there's not much happening. It's more just if you want to start investigation in the evening, or because a lot of you are pretty wounded as
yeah.
well. So it's if you just want to start in the morning.
I think we
that would be-
agreed to start in the morning because
Yeah.
two of us are basically dead.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're happy to start in the morning.
Start in the morning?
Because
Alright.
everyone knows that the best way to cure gaping wounds and broken limbs is just a nice rest, really.
Yeah, of course.
Just a really good amount of sleep.
Of course. Okay, so I believe we did pay for the rooms already, so that's all sorted and done. You all bought a single room together. You're kind of bunking, I believe. You know, it is what it is. You've got big people, smaller people, and medium, ordinary, scaly, and horny. But anyway, they're not here, so it's all good. Anyway, sorry, tangent. Morning comes. The tavern, when you got there in the evening, was already on its pretty down low. Now that morning's come and there's a bit more light, because you do have a windowed view, as are most of the hotel rooms, or the apartment buildings, you notice that the streets that you're in are extraordinarily run down. You like the yawning portals in the, not the poorer, more the dodgy part of town, and this is further into that dodgy part of town. So there's a lot of broken windows, bottles, trash, people drunk on the floor. It's a bit of a mess. Now, would you guys like to be in your room and discuss the day, or are we saying that you've met downstairs? Because you do all wake up in the same room, so it's just whether or not how you want to start the day. Because you guys haven't started a day in D&D yet. Depends how you want to go about that.
I'm hearing voices.
I'm also hearing voices.
Yeah, well.
I'm always hearing voices.
Whoa. What do they tell you?
What?
Okay.
Wait, is this D&D related, or is this something we need to go and get checked out?
What's D&D?
I think
I'm just opening it for how you got, if you guys want to do some role play, or if you want me to keep talking for a bit, because you can role play and plan how you're going to start your investigation.
well.
Do the whole like Scooby-Doo and the gang kind of thing.
So we've parked the mystery machine.
Wait, no, not actually Scooby-Doo.
Aw.
I'm sorry.
Who's making the trap?
Oh my
Because
God.
we don't know if Mr. Miller, the man who owns the mill, is actually the ghost or not. Anyways, there are people. We said we shouldn't split up. Are we still gonna go under that?
I think so.
Except Astrid is the one that actually got food poisoning. So they're out of commission for today.
Right. Okay. So I think that's worthy of a win. I think on our behalf.
That is a good point. We are going to play as it, that Astrid is present with one of you at all times, whoever it wants to be. Maybe who wants to take Astrid under their wing as the
I will
compatriot.
be under Astrid's wing. I can't reach that high.
Okay, so I will basically be playing as Astrid for anything, but you can almost just disregard and ask for input from Astrid, and I will try. I haven't seen enough of Astrid to be able to portray them properly, but
Give us your best impression.
well, I can't. There's no voice to it. It's just Aaron's voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do an Aaron impression.
I can't think of an Aaron impression.
Oh, what?
Boring.
How about
No.
shut up and continue your role play now that I've done the ground. That's good. The ground stuff.
That's exactly what she'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So we're not going to split up.
I just didn't want to offend her.
We should. We should be maybe talking to patrons, because we've already talked to the barmaid and she doesn't know what's going on, but she's already there. She's already there. Which means she can maybe assist us in pointing us in the direction of people who may or may not have info may shown.
We also need to figure out who the mysterious redhead is.
That's true.
The mystery
We're probably back on now.
We're back
so
on
you,
now?
you can
Okay,
continue.
so I can stop my silent thinking face.
Yeah.
My proficiencies, along with languages, is tools and cards. Now, when we came in, we noticed there are people playing cards. So we could, depending on what proficiencies you have, we can kind of make our way around the tavern pub thing. And not interrogate, but play with the patrons of the bar in order to maybe get some information that they don't want to relay on to us, depending on how these people react to us.
I also have playing cards.
You have see, we're just that good at cards and everything.
Yeah.
So, did we want to go and beat the ever-living cardy hell out of some people in
I
order
think
to get
so.
some information?
Yeah.
And then you can be our, delegate, if you would like. Unless you're good at cards as well, in which case,
I'm afraid.
you're afraid of cards.
I'm afraid of cards.
They're scary things, aren't they?
Massive phobia.
Yeah. They can cut skin, probably.
Alright, so we're going downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
How do I perception check to see who's probably best to get
So-
info from?
You've got your loose plans. You're going to go and basically talk to any patrons you find. So, as you make your way downstairs, you're only paid for one night, so you feel free to grab all your stuff so it doesn't just get chucked. As you go downstairs, the atmosphere compared to last night is now a lot more relaxed. Last night you got here when everyone was drunk, and there was dim light, and there was just a few people still kind of walking around while others were sobering up. Now there's the people that were staying here, and they're just here having a nice breakfast, kind of relaxing. It's a different barkeep, just a younger gentleman now who's kind of probably there for the morning shift. Are you wanting to make a perception check to just see who's in the room, who looks like they would be good to talk to? Okay, you can just roll a perception check. D20 plus perception. Always a D20. Whenever it's a check, it's a D20.
Okay.
20D.
18 plus 4.
18 plus 4, so 22. As you go down, you notice that there's no one that looks like they would have, that they're kind of like, everyone who's here is a working class citizen. They're all just having their morning meals, and because you are somewhat near the dockyard, they're likely just getting ready for work, because it is like a industrial estate / dodgy domain. So there's not really anyone of interest in here. Your best bet, as always, is probably just the barkeep, because they kind of speak to and see most of the patrons coming in and out. There's no one playing cards.
Oh.
It's like 7 a.m.
Um,
It's early morning. Sun's been up for an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Right, okay. New plan. Maybe because it's nice and bright and early in the morning, people are just willing to talk to us. Maybe.
Maybe.
If not, we could always just use a little bit. Hang on a second. Side note. Being a bard, right?
Uh-huh.
I have 3 musical instruments here.
Mm-hmm.
And supposedly a lot of charisma.
Yeah.
Can I use that to my advantage and be like, hey, listen to this song and tell us some stuff? I will trade you a good hearty chant on the piano in exchange for you telling me what you saw last night.
Yeah.
Is that the thing I can do?
Yeah, you can give it a go.
Has anyone got any better ideas? And by better ideas, I mean any ideas at all.
No, not
Because
really.
this is me running on no knowledge and not very much sleep, because there was this little fairy thing running around the room, sleepwalking. It was you.
I thought you were talking about me then.
Do we want to do that? Or
Yeah.
Okay. So, I go up to a particular group who are sitting at a table
Okay.
having breakfast.
Yep. It's just the usual kind of like really crappy English style breakfast. There's just like sausages, beans, maybe some eggs, depending on what they've ordered. It's just a hearty meal just to kind of get your morning started.
That sounds good.
That's all the kind of food that's on offer in most of these pubs.
I like that. That should be the food that's offered in most pubs in human world. Yes, I will go up to these people and I'll say, hey, any of you here a couple of nights ago?
Yeah, we kind of stay here.
You stay here. So a couple of nights ago, right, there was this man.
Okay.
And he came in, and he had a friend with him, a blonde gentleman. They look quite wealthy.
Yeah.
They also had a redhead with them. They're all humans, I think. Did you see any of these people on your...
Wait. A man
A man
and a redhead
and a redhead and a blonde.
and a blonde.
Supposedly a twink, but
All men or twink?
we're not gonna guarantee he's a twink, but he's probably a twink.
Right. Why?
Wow, we're on the search for a friend who's
On the search.
just
You-
looking for a friend.
Is this your first time trying to track someone down?
Well, not trying.
Because you're not being very discreet about it.
Okay.
I don't need to know your business, but to
Right.
just go find a friend, mate, I'm not going to give you information if you're out to kill someone.
We're not out to kill anyone.
No,
We're search. It's like an Easter egg hunt, but with
A person.
a person,
A twink.
a
Ma-
twink.
Make a persuasion check.
Make a persuasion check, okay.
You're in the dodgy part of town. You're here asking information about people to random patrons that know that this is the dodgy part.
I told
And-
you I shouldn't have been the lead on this.
It's fine, I'll
Hey,
swoop in
you got
and do
high
some-
charisma.
Oh,
20.
okay, 20.
Natural 20?
Actually, Mom,
Yes.
yeah, 20. Do I add my charisma because that would be 20?
Yeah, it's still a natural 20. So what is your charisma?
It's a
What's
plus
your-
3.
But your perception? Not perception, your persuasion? The little list beside those?
Looks like a +3 to me.
That's a plus 3.
Alright, so 23. He's like, right, well, you seem pretty trustworthy.
It's the moustache.
I like your mustache.
Thank you.
Look, I just work in the area, and it's too expensive to own a house, so I just sleep here. And yeah, I kind of leave in, and he's just like kind of like looking at how many people are down here. It's like I usually leave around now, and I don't get back until late, and then I just go to bed. So I don't really see people, but I know that a few nights ago, whatever amount that is, there was definitely a higher amount of people here because there was some sort of celebrity. I don't know
Right.
much. There was someone here that like people were coming to like to meet, but he was just here to drink. That's all I know.
So
Hope it
he
helps.
wasn't doing anything interesting, like autograph signing or...
I just come, I have my dinner, I go to bed, I do my next day.
Okay, okay. Do you know any of your friends who may have been there for this particular person?
No,
Okay, okay.
it was some book. Wrote a book.
You see, we have a copy of the book, and we heard that the author was in town, and we're really, really desperate for a signature. I know, we're fans, so please don't judge us. I'm sure you understand. I'm sure you have authors that you really like. We're just trying to track it down, you know, because we're really, really, really big fans.
Okay. Yeah, but if you know that he was here a few nights ago, why are you here now? He's probably moved on.
That is a fair point.
And I don't even know the name. I just know he was an author. Like I have no clue
We want
where
to
he
find
would
someone
be.
who had his signature so we can trade them possibly buy their books with signatures off them.
Right.
You know what? Enjoy your breakfast. Thank you for talking to us.
Pleasure. And he just kind of goes back to eating.
Right. That didn't work.
No, I didn't.
I wasted a really good 20 roll, which is, I know, going to be my only roll of 20 for the entirety of this game. But that doesn't matter.
Should we leave? I don't know if there's much more we can do in here.
We could always come. What time's the barmaid coming back that was here?
Are you now going and talking to the barkeep or to the same guy?
Oh no! Wait, no. I mean the bar. Who was the lady we first met?
You never asked for a name. Pretty sure you never asked for a name.
Shit. Okay. What we're gonna do?
Can't we just ask the current barkeep who was on last night?
Yes.
Yeah.
I knew if I stalled long enough, Lincoln would come up with an idea. So,
Who's Lincoln?
the
Falcor?
Falcor would come up with a good idea. So, what I think we should do is go and ask the barkeep, who's keeping the bar, who was barkeeping the keep bar last night in the barkeep.
What? You're trying to track down the person you spoke to last night.
Yes.
At this pub.
Ah.
Okay. I'm pretty sure they said that, they kind of gave the enjoy your stay, I won't be here in the morning because I don't do the morning shifts because they're on the evening shifts. So fair chance they could just be here in the evening. It's just, it's a business. If you close, you don't always open.
That's true.
Kind of thing.
I think she said, I remember something about her being back at midday.
Mm-hmm. Let's go back to sleep.
Back to okay, afternoon nap, why not? And we'll think about our ideas. I personally would like some food, and that big English breakfast looked quite good.
You're probably feeling a bit hungover, right?
Not hungover, just hungry. I don't get hungover. It's all the power in my half orkiness. I'm very hungover. So yes, I would like to go to the bar.
Yep.
And order a nice hearty English breakfast and some apple juice. Not in a carton, because I'm a big boy. I'll take it in a sippy cup.
Okay. So as you go up to the barkeep, the younger gentleman there just goes, "Oh, good morning. What do you want? What are you having? What do you want?" Food. We've got bacon. We got eggs, beans, eggs again. We do different types of eggs. You can get that on bread. You can get that on itself.
Okay.
Bread or itself. Sorry, it's always confusing.
Can I please get a full English breakfast with extra eggs, but no eggs, but also some more extra eggs to replace the eggs that I had taken
How do you
off?
want your eggs?
Edible, please.
Okay, we can do that.
Thank you.
You've got a group over there. Are they having anything?
I was about to ask that group. Are you having anything?
I am.
What are you having?
I will have scrambled eggs on toast.
You're having scrambled eggs.
Great.
One of them will have scrambled eggs on toast, please.
As you writes it down.
What are you having, tiefling boy? Time. Wrong race. Oh, is it? No, you're the
Wrong
hang
race
on,
and
wait.
gender.
Oh my god.
Good name though. Correct name.
Damn.
Time. What are you having, Time? Just bread, please. Bread, please. Can we have some bread? Just bread. Just bread. Just bread. Just bread. Do you want it fried? Fried bread.
Put some sugar on it, maybe.
Ooh, some sugary bread, please.
Sugary bread. So, okay, that'll only be about eight silver pieces for the lot. Any drinks?
No, thank you.
All right. Find a table. It'll only be 5, 10-ish. Won't be a moment. Quickly brings the little piece of paper that he wrote out the back, and just goes back to doing his normal jobs. You're free to.
Cool. So we're at the table. We're going to discuss our plan. Our plan is sleep, isn't it?
No.
I thought we were going back to
I don't
outside
think so.
and look.
Oh, we
That
were
was,
doing
that was
clues.
a bit, Kincaid. It was a bit.
Because we need to find out if people usually go missing in this town.
Ah, that's right.
Are there lots of missing posters all over the place?
Why do I have a feeling that we're going to be venturing into that portal? Anyways, that
You're-
doesn't matter.
You're at a different pub now.
Yeah, I know. I'm just remembering last night.
If you, I mean, I haven't actually shown you because the map was not present. I haven't actually shown you where you are on the map.
Oh.
So I'll make,
Oh.
yeah. So that the stream can see it as well. You're actually, so around here, so like one of these buildings as far as the map is the Yawning Portal, and you are now all the way down in this part of the yard.
Oh,
So
by the docks.
you're in the dock ward. Yep. So it's kind of like nice upper part of town into poor part of town.
All right. Right,
Just
okay.
just for the reference.
So,
So.
theoretically,
Yep.
Volo
Yep.
lives way up at the other end of town.
No.
Really?
I mean, I just sat down. Volo, when he gave you his house, if you look like where it says trade wards on the map there, pretty much it's just the general area
Oh, yeah.
near the T of trades.
Right, okay.
So he's not far from the Yawning Portal.
He's not far from the Yawning Portal, but why was he at the Skewered Dragon instead of the Yawning Portal if he wanted a drink?
It's a bit far out of town.
Because
far
that's
rich
that's
town.
like the,
You go to different bars. You can have a favorite, but you still go to different bars every once in a while. Switch it up.
I guess so. It's just- I don't know. It seems sussy to me, but that might be me just being too untrusting of people.
He told you the questions that you asked
That's
and
right.
gave you some base information. He was a little bit flustered and weird that night. I don't remember exactly what I told you and what I didn't tell you.
That's all
but-
good because we don't remember either.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, we do.
that's why you gotta take notes.
Oh, yeah.
But
Oh, I don't have like
He-
a pencil or anything.
Alva's prepared.
I'm gonna have to buy one.
that's fine. He's got a pen and she's got a computer.
You are welcome.
I just lost my train of thought. Sorry. So yeah, he base stuff. He was meeting with Floon to catch up, and he was also slightly promoting his book, mainly for the
Right,
catch
okay.
up though,
Yeah.
and explaining that he was drinking and playing various drinking / card games with Floon, and that Floon left before him because Floon was getting drunk. That's what he told you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, I guess like one thing that we may have to do at some point, not necessarily now, unless you want to, is there seems to be like a pretty distinct path from Skewered Dragon, Volo's house. Supposedly then, Floon's gone disappearing along there. So, do we go along there and try and find some stuff? Or maybe talk to some people who may live nearby and be like, hey, you see anything? Come on, there you go.
Because that's gone so well.
Well,
We
yeah.
haven't talked to anyone outside yet, though, have we?
No, we haven't. Could get us mugged, but
That's what weapons are for.
that's
true.
right. Yeah,
Yeah, we have weapons.
I mean, we beat up some humans. We killed a troll. I sat on something. We can take on anything.
Mm-hmm.
Astrid, what is your suggestion on what we do while we wait for people to re-enter the Skewered Dragon? Do you reckon we should investigate the downstairs or outside, or none of those?
Really quick. You just said investigate. You are downstairs. You are on the ground floor,
Yeah, but I mean, like-
sitting at a table waiting for food right now of the
Oh,
skewered
that's
dragon.
right. We ordered food.
Yeah, we have
You-
to
you-
eat that.
Oh, I
That
forgot about
happened
food.
less than 5 minutes ago. You are sitting at a table in the skewered dragon with all the other patrons that are currently eating breakfast, and people are just going in and out on their way to work.
Right. Okay.
So,
we should wait for food.
If you want to reword your question to Astrid, go ahead. You are also not near the Yawning Portal. So Yawning Portal is up, like near the trade ward / Volo's house. You are down in the dock ward. You are like to give because like I'm so far away. You are to the left of where it says Southern Ward. Just do a big circle between dock ward and Southern Ward. You are in that circle.
Right. Okay.
Like around there.
So just yeah.
Okay.
That's just for your reference. That's where you are right now.
Right.
Sick. If you want, I can retcon and tell you the streets that you're on, but it's a small map, so you have to like have a look so you know which
My
streets.
glasses aren't that good.
Yeah.
Mine either.
Does anyone want to reword my question to Astrid?
Astrid, do you want to go outside after breakfast and investigate people on the street?
I'm kind of good for anything. It's probably a good idea, even just to kind of get a lay of the area, see if there's anything weird.
Points of
Around.
view. Good PO points of what's it called? Not points of interest. Anyways, carry on. Yes.
Any buildings that stand out?
That one.
There you go.
Yeah, I think we should probably not just waste our day. We should see the area. There's also probably shopkeepers and other bars that might know.
Right. Okay. Okay. Because we don't know if they went bar hopping. They were there mostly for
Yeah, right.
the book signing, but Floon was getting like. No, it was Volo. Volo was getting. Was it? No, it was. One of them was getting really, really drunk. So theoretically, they could have bar hopped. So other
possible.
pubs are probably a good place to start.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's probably some well-knowledged people in some of those as well. So, yeah.
We'll have breakfast first.
We'll have breakfast first. I'm happy with that. That's a good thought. We'll wait for breakfast.
Alright. As you're kind of finalizing your plans, you then kind of just sit and have a general, little bit more conversation, whatever that may be within the world, before a like larger gentleman chef comes out with an apron and kind of just sits down 3 plates and says, "There you go," and heads back in.
Thank you, sir.
Yo, thanks. And as you look at your meals, they're very greasy. You're looking and like the sausages and the bacon, and there's a pool of grease underneath that's kind of getting slowly moved and soaked up by like the scrambled eggs on your plate from your various eggs, and yours is just some very wet bread with like wet, oily eggs on it, and your bread, this damp bread.
Why is it damp?
Because it's
Just
bread.
ordered bread with sugar.
Yeah. It's just like, you know, like if you're at a buffet and there's like a bottom layer of bread underneath the bacon or something to like soak it up.
It's like the
that.
piece of bread that never quite got to be a proper piece of bread.
Yeah, it's the one that was used for soaking.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Like your breads are like that, and yours is a little bit better than that, but it's still been like in a fry pan that had oil in it. So it's probably meat product if that also affects you. You just don't know. Could be cooking oil, could be bacon oil.
Could be sweat.
Put his blood, sweat, and tears into it.
Oh yes.
Hell yeah.
Why is none of the food good around here?
We're in the southern part, bro.
Yeah, but even at the other place.
The other place was good. You just, for
Ate
some
too
reason,
much.
I didn't say that the chicken was bad. You just said it
Because
for
it
a fun bit
was.
of
I
role
wouldn't
play.
lie. It wasn't up to my standards.
Okay. That's
Wow,
the,
okay,
That's the
Mr.
standards you made in your head, man.
Mis-
I just said there was a chicken palmy out, and you're
Mr.
like, my
Fancy
And
palmy
we came up
sucks."
with a whole side story.
Yeah,
because-
I said nothing about there being a dry palmy. I said it was a perfectly adequate palmy.
And probably nothing about a green palmy either, but that came up as well.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I like the food. I think it's definitely edible. I've already eaten mine and started chewing on the plate a little bit.
Yum.
Oh yes, I love that old-timey ceramic taste.
Tastes like being cleaned with spit.
And age. No, like, particular taste. It's just, it tastes of old.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways.
Like the swamp water
I mean,
sink.
it's not great, but I'm still eating it. I'm trying to get it down.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. We need the energy.
Yeah, that we do. I'd offer to finish yours, but you need eat.
Well, I just finished it.
Oh, there you go. See, as we say in my family, need eat, try food.
Down the hatch.
Very wise.
It's as because also you never asked Astrid for if they wanted any food, so I'm going to just say
She is
that
starving.
bacon and eggs
Yeah.
came out that we ordered for Astrid as well, and Astrid's going to pull out a little bag and just say her salt and put some salt onto her onto their eggs. And did you guys want any salt?
Oh,
It's kind of bland.
I'm done.
I'm saying this because no one considered Astrid, so I'm going back quickly, like
Yeah.
Okay.
a few minutes of the eating.
I'll
Do you want
have
any seasoning?
I'll have some salt and pepper, please.
I think I can only do one, but here's some salt, and put a little
thank
bit of
you.
salt on yours as well.
I'm a man who likes his high blood pressure.
That's good. Yeah. Keep him lean. I don't know.
Yes, well, has Astrid finished the food now?
Yeah. So now we'll go to everyone is finishing their food.
Okay, right, now we're back to finishing our food.
I know it's hard when they're not at the table. I just like to point it out during meals and stuff. Or like divvying up loot or something. Just like forgetting about the character that's not here is always mean.
How was Astrid's bacon and eggs? Was it?
Oh, same. Like kind of watered down eggs, greasy bread, and had to put some salt on it.
She still ate it?
Yeah.
Okay.
For the record, we didn't. Just don't tell Astrid that we forgot about her in this role-playing session, please. There's no evidence of it. Just don't.
No evidence.
Yeah, no evidence. Right.
Right.
We should probably have a game plan of where we're going to go investigate, because we've said that we're going to go outside. So we're somewhere around this general area. And if Albuquerque is around here, then we need to... Okay, so we need to probably check to see if there's anything of interest, maybe down this street, because
Maybe at the docks.
maybe the docks.
Where
I like
lots
that.
of people work.
Yes. Who
'Cause we're
knows?
in the
A
dock ward.
merb man, woman, a merb person may have taken Floon. Merman may have taken Floon off to a lovely tropical island in the middle of the French Caribbean, or he got mafia lynched and is now sitting with concrete shoes at the bottom of a dock. We don't know what's happened to him, so that's a good idea to go and check.
Oh God.
So are we in agreement that we'll go to the
Check
docks?
the docks, yeah.
Is Astrid in agreement that we go to the docks?
Okay. I'll say sure, but first, once again, if you look at the map, docks are the entire thing that is part of the Great Harbor.
That's a lot of
The
docking.
nearest dock.
Okay. Sure. There's a few. If you look at the map, everything where those little spikes out are, that entire street is just called Dock Street because it's the entire dock is that. There's ships and tinnies and everything that are all pulled up to every single one of those platoons? Is it platoons? Platoons. Oh my gosh.
Jetties.
Jetty, done, better word. So, there is a lot of dock. Now, yeah.
That might be a bit hard to investigate.
So just, instead of saying investigate the dock, you could be like, we'll go around the area. We'll see if there's any shopkeepers or any market stalls, any houses that have the old person at the front that's probably surveillanced every single thing for the last 40 years and stuff. You can go just because it's a very big dock, or you can head up and walk along the docks. Whatever.
It might be quite a nice morning to have a dock walk. But yes,
Let's
But
pay
we
our
have-
food first.
I've paid my food.
You pay food upon purchase. It
Okay,
was 7
good.
silver.
I know I may look rough, and I know I am rough, but I pay for my food. Unless someone gives it to me, or I intimidate them into giving it to me. But I never steal. Anyways, yes.
Nice little walk along the docks.
Nice little walk along the docks. Are we doing a little walk along the docks? Maybe we'll find some...
Yeah, alright.
Maybe we'll just find some gingers there and we'll just take them.
Interrogate everyone.
Just take them.
Yeah.
Into every single person that we come across that may look either slightly blonde or slightly ginger, or very blonde and very ginger, or both. We'll just have them. We'll just take them and be like, hey, every single bit of information that you've ever had from the day that you were born to right now, give it to us. But also probably not do that. Yes. What's our next step?
Well, we finish our food.
We finish our
We
food.
stack our plates because we're good people.
We're good people.
And then we get up and go outside.
Okay. We make our way to the docks, and there we see probably some water and some ships and some very manly-looking men of all races, and also some very built ladies of various genders, not genders, of various species, who are all working at the docks.
Yeah.
None of them look interrogation worthy.
That's why I do a perception check.
That's why you do a perception
Perception
check.
check.
Yes.
You ready, Mr. DM?
Yeah, of course. Perception. Is this just along your walk of the docks?
Yes.
Or on the way to the docks?
On the way to the docks.
On the way to the docks?
Okay.
On the way to the docks.
So you got like a couple streets there.
10.
You've got like your main street, Net Street, or there's Snail Street as well, but more Net Street. Okay. 10 total. What's your passive perception? It's underneath your big list of things.
Yep. 14.
14. So we can just roll with that and say that that's it, because like you're actively looking, but you're also like in between that, just like naturally that perceptive. So I allow for like the perception checks that if you do roll lower, that your passive perception takes over, but yeah, because you're never going to get worse than your passive. All right, so as you're walking, you don't notice much. It's still early morning. There's people kind of on their way to work. But shortly after getting out of like leaving the tavern, you're looking back and the entire tavern itself is run down, and then looking around the streets, the whole place is like a mess. Like it looks like the kind of place that you'd get jumped if you left on your own at night. And just a little ways off is a series of guards that are all surrounding a group of 4 individuals that are currently like stripped of half of their clothing, weapons, like off to the side, and are just being held by the guards. During that small walk, there's a couple people that are kind of there, ringing bells and giving out like news and information, as well as handing out pamphlets for news. And that's kind of it. It's not super busy. The only eventful thing is clearly an arrest by the guards.
Should we take a pamphlet?
Let's take a pamphlet.
Yeah.
I'm happy to take a pamphlet. News. I like
See
news.
what's going on.
Yeah. I reckon we should take one of those.
Yeah.
We'll kind of thank you pamphlet.
Yeah,
hand it out to her.
just a much younger, probably definitely under the age of 20, 15, just trying to get some money. Young boy just kind of goes, oh, there you go.
How much is this?
Oh, it's free. It's the news.
Yeah, right.
Thank you. And we read it, and we open the pamphlet, and what's the first thing that we see?
So it's kind of the same stuff that has just been going on in the city for a while. A lot of stuff just still on the guild kind of conflicts, mainly between the what are they called? The Zentarums. Zentrums, and the Xanathar Guild fights that have mainly been happening in this area of the city. And then just a little bit of information, the kind of like the finances, some food reviews, and just like stupid little unnecessary stuff. But main headline is continued fights, brawls, and attacks from the guilds.
Can I have my pen back?
Yeah.
Who did you say the fights are fighting with between the fighters?
So it's somewhat common knowledge within the city, so you've all kind of heard of it, but not looked into it much. So there's the Xanathar Guild. So Xanathar is Xanathar Guild, and the Zhentarums. So Zhentarrim.
Z-H-A-N-T, what was it?
Zhen
Oh, E-N.
Tarim. Zentarum. Zentarum.
What species are these?
Oh, these are humans. They're
they're humans.
they're guilds. They're like
Right.
yeah, like mafia kind of yakuza kind of, like they're just the groups of thugs and kind of shady. They almost like trying to like run the city. There's lots of underground stuff that goes under a lot of people, and like if you get in the wrong way with them, you might go missing forever and ever, kind of.
So they'd be on the prowl for maybe some rich people, or even people who may not be rich but have contacts to rich people, so they could hold them for ransom. Maybe. Who knows? That's definitely the thing that they could and probably would do. We should. I'm gonna keep that for later. That's what I like to call a later on little thingy.
Were they the people that were in the bar that we were fighting with?
Because they were humans.
Yeah.
That city's full of humans, by the way. It's a human city.
Oh, it's a human city.
There's a range of races,
Yeah.
but it's still humans.
So, do we know any?
Humans are everywhere. It's just the way.
Do we know any like specific markings that maybe a Don would have, or a soldier?
Make a history check to kind of
Where's history?
probably just a history check to see if you know any specific information about the guilds.
I may be the least qualified person to ask about this, because not only have I just rolled a 3, my history knowledge is, I want to make sure I have definitely read this right, it's -1, so I just rolled a 2.
Nice. You've heard a little bit in passing, but you didn't really care to look into it. You're just like, just another city with other bad vibes, bad people around, big whoop.
Good. I'm useless in this particular instance. That was quite a bad roll. Right, so I'm currently no use as to whether we know that these people that we've gotten on the bad side of are mafia or not. I'm sure that'll come up a little bit later. I hope not, but it might. So do we just continue kind of... Well, we can keep looking along the docks. We might even be able to see if one of those guards is just kind of like not as preoccupied as the others, and be like, hey, you see anything around here lately, Sonny?
Yeah.
I'll allow, because you're reading the pamphlet as well, as part of being a soldier and kind of wanting to know, I would assume, news and stuff, I'd allow you to make a history check as well.
Okay.
Just for anything that you might know, because you guys have been in the city for a few weeks. If you've picked up anything, spoken to anyone outside the group and stuff, like, so you can just make a history check as well to see if you know anything about the guilds, or at least one of them.
This better not be like a 1. 12. So 12.
12?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't know specifics, but you know that each of the guilds is run by either a member or multiple members. The Xanathar Guild is a very well-known one. Xanathar is kind of considered sometimes to be almost a boogeyman to some, but people know that he does exist. He's a beholder
He's clean his nose.
who has set up, believed probably within Waterdeep. Not a lot of people fully know, but there is definitely a beholder, which is a big deal. And as a soldier, you would roughly know what they are. Do you know what they are? Beholders? This is just out of character.
No.
Beholders are. This is Xanathar. He has his own book.
Wow.
So they're the big one-eyed, but one big main eye, but then lots of little eyes around. So Xanathar is a well-known kind of tale story character. As for the Zentarans, for what's on this pamphlet, you don't know as much about them or their leader, but a lot of them do often get tattoos to signify their rank.
That sounds familiar.
That sounds... Okay. Another idea. Do we... A... Keep going along the docks, maybe talk to some people. Might get us somewhere, might not. Or B... Maybe hit up some tattoo parlors and say, hey, you've done this particular tattoo for a man with a face. Also, can you tattoo my testicles, please?
Wait, what?
What?
Where were?
What?
Nothing.
No, just the first part.
Okay.
What do we want to do that?
Tattoo testicles.
What? No. The other thing, go and talk to people in tattoo.
Are there tattoo parlors?
Are there tattoo parlors?
I mean, you can kind of get tattoos, but
I would assume it's more of a culty sort of thing.
yeah, it would.
Within.
It would be within most of the time.
It's not just going to Celebrity Inc. and being like, stuff.
Hey, you ever?
Is Aaron?
Have you been tattooing like the boss of everything?
What
No?
about your idea to talk to one of those guards?
If you want to go, I'm happy to go and.
Well, you're the ex-soldier. You can be like, bro.
We're both
Could
ex-soldiers.
I?
I mean, we could. We're both ex-soldiers, but
yeah,
from the
yeah.
wrong species is the
Yeah.
only problem.
They're not that racist, like.
Well, no, I know, but we've got influence within army, but they're not our armies.
Okay.
I think we should just talk to them.
Let's just go talk to them.
Yeah.
We'll see how friendly they are.
Yeah,
Who are you talking to?
the guards.
Oh, the guards.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry, I thought you were going on to the Zenturan. I'm like, you don't know where they are.
Oh, no.
And like, they kind of let anyone in that's gonna follow and abide by the rules. Anyway, okay, so you're going to the group of guards.
Yeah.
All right. Oh my gosh, sorry, my nose just got really itchy. As you now backtrack a little bit to head back that way, you see that they're kind of trying to like obscure the view. But I'd say because you're like fully approaching, you don't care that you're not trying to like, I'm not looking at what's happening here. You just see 4 gentlemen on the ground, as well as 5-ish what look to be lifeless bodies just on the floor. And amongst the walls, not too far off, and the floor is just a shit ton of blood.
Okay.
Like there's been a big scuffle. As you approach, the guards immediately say, "Well, what are you coming here for?"
No, let someone else take the lead on this.
Concerned citizens.
We're concerned citizens.
Doesn't matter. Keep moving.
Oh, wait, what? Can I intimidate?
Yes, but instead of just saying that, you have to roleplay some form of intimidation.
Okay.
And then we'll roll and see if it works.
Okay. We're just looking for some information on someone who was here a couple of nights ago.
All right, I would not call that intimidation.
Okay, how about? No, I'm not gonna do it. You can do it.
What am I doing? Intimidating?
Do you want me to?
I'm
do you want me
not.
to? Okay. So, I'm a big man. I've had my breakfast. Now, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stand over these guys. I'm gonna be like, hey, we want some information.
Sir, move on
No.
before something goes wrong.
And what I do is I slightly move my jacket to reveal
They pull out their swords.
shit.
What? Move along.
We just
None
want
of your
some
business.
Information. That's all we want.
This isn't the place to find it, mate.
Just bonk him on the head. No. We're not going to ask any questions about this. We want to know about something that happened a few nights ago. Okay?
Make
Tell
a,
us.
make a persuasion check.
Okay, I'll make a persuasion check. All right. Where is my persuasion actually? That's meant to be quite good.
+3. We just did
Oh,
one
just
like 5
plus
minutes
three.
ago.
Oh, right,
10
right,
minutes
right,
ago.
right.
Why are you rolling so far
I
away?
didn't mean to. 18 plus 3.
18.
18 plus
21.
3.
He's like, right, if it ain't about this, I'm all ears.
Coolies. A couple nights ago. I don't know exactly when. Do we know exactly when?
3 moons ago.
3 moons ago.
Be 4 moons now.
Well, be
4
fair.
moons
Well,
ago.
actually, no, he was saying that because it was nighttime when he told you 3 moons still.
3 moons ago. There was a particular gentleman who may have been walking along here. Looked quite wealthy, blonde, may have been with a ginger. But we don't know. You seen anything? You've been prowling these streets? You heard anything about these people?
Ask about recent abduction.
Has there been any recent abductions?
That's when you'd be like the little bird in New Zealand. Krrr, ask about the abductions. Krrr.
It's my Jiminy Cricket.
Yeah.
It's the voices in your head.
Mate, with the conflicts going on, that happens nearly every night, depending. Like, you got to be more specific.
Heading from the Skewered Dragon.
Haven't really heard any reports from the Skewered Dragon. I know that it does get pretty rowdy sometimes late at night, but I haven't had anything as of late. Yeah. Can't help you, sorry.
That's all good. You
Does Follow have any enemies?
there's you
Don't say it exactly
You
like
ever,
that.
you ever heard of a you ever heard of an author? I think he was at the Skewered Dragon. Volo.
Well, oh, yeah. My niece likes his books, loves the pictures.
He must be pretty big in a town like this, isn't he?
I hear he's a pretty small fellow, but yeah.
Not literally. I mean, pretty big deal
Oh,
in a town like this.
oh, mate, there's celebrities all over the joint here.
Yeah, that's true. I hear he's.
Some of the guards here are well-known faces among many of the people. Like, it's
yeah,
Can't compare.
we're new here. We're trying to
okay,
we're trying to, you know.
makes sense.
Yeah, we
Don't see
Um,
many with a mustache like that in these parts.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, we're just Oh, I thought I was gonna say something. Give me a second. Give me a second to regain my thoughts.
Yeah, it's all good.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so he's he's quite he's written about some stuff that people may not necessarily agree with.
I heard he just does like informational tomes on monsters.
Yeah, but some people like to think that he's not that. He might lie a bit. That's all I've heard. So is he?
Okay.
Does anyone like really dislike him in this town or anything? Or
Probably.
have
You never know what happens with unhappy fans.
That's true. Have you seen anyone that might have been like rowdy around the Skewered, or suspicious around the Skewered Dragon a couple of nights ago?
Mate, you're in the dock ward. There's suspicious stuff everywhere here.
Anyone
We
wanna chime
can't
in?
we can't control what happens here.
Mm.
We just enforce when we can, help others, but it's not going to stop, and not much we can do.
Okay. Anyone else want to say anything?
I think we're I don't think this is helping.
Oh, we don't. This is not helping. What does Astrid want to do?
Astrid just looks and says, well, I mean, I don't know. Turns to the guard and says, do you know of, well, not even talking to you guys. Do you know of any place where we might be able to get some more information? Any keen eyes around the area? And the guard just proceeds to go, not really. Best to just hit the taverns. I'd say if you last saw him in the Skewer Dragon, check that place, ask their keeps. Often those places have regular patrons that might be there all the time, or you might be able to find them drunk in the streets, you never know. And yeah, just make sure that you stay safe out there as well, because we just had to apprehend these guys for one of the many scuffles that have been happening within the streets, so
I've heard
don't get
about
caught in the middle of those.
Yeah, no, I've heard about these barneys and these taverns that happen. We wouldn't know anything about that, though. Thank you very much for your time. Good
No
luck
worries.
with these.
Yeah, well, I mean, here comes the wagon now, as he just gestures down the street as like a large like metal gated wagon pulls up, likely to put the prisoners in, and then as well get rid of the bodies.
Well, thank you very much for your time. If you need anything,
You know where to find us.
you know where to find us. We'll be at the Skewer Dragon. Okay.
Okay.
If you hear anything, please go and find us. We will be very appreciative, and it will be worth your time.
Blonde boy and a redhead.
Yep.
That's the one.
Okay.
What do we do now?
Talk to some drunk people on the streets.
Let's go find some very hungover
But we have to be
people.
careful.
We have to be careful.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go find some drunk people in the streets. It's morning. They're going to be very asleep by now. We'll just wake them up, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So,
Okay. So this entire little checking of various people goes pretty poorly for the most part for a solid 30 odd minutes. You are kind of, as you're exploring the streets, you're now getting a good lay of the land. You're kind of seeing where like the houses are, where the shops are, where the warehouses are. And it pretty much goes, as it goes further away from the docks, docks is warehouses, after that is businesses, after that is housing. Because so much trade is done along the waterline. Not many people know exactly what you're talking about. A lot of people just kind of get like, piss off. Just kind of not having it. Don't want to talk to people. Just there, living their life, living their shitty lives. Until the only thing that does kind of go aside from it is as you're walking back past the Skewer Dragon, you're seeing like various people that look to be patrolling the area that you notice that are all kind of adorned in like similar clothing. Because now you guys, I'm just saying that there's probably as a group, you're going to get a successful check to like notice a lot of this because you're purposefully doing it. You're noticing a lot of people that are dressed in like dark leathers, like the people that you fought in the Yawning Portal that attacked the half-orc the night before. They're kind of just there, generally patrolling, keeping an eye on this region. As well as that, there's, some like little bakeries and stores. One noticeable one that kind of catches your eye as someone who's just read a pamphlet about the guilds. You see a shop called the Old Zalob shop, which within the door, within the windowsill has a large, just like stuffed beholder within it. And the Old Zalob shop has kind of like the little eyeballs adorned around the sign as if like the beholder theme, which is a little bit just suspicious under your part for your feeling. And yeah, they're the main two weird things. And then there's just lots of people that don't want to hear about you, talk to you at all. They're like, mate, people go missing every single week, and oh fuck, blonde boy and a redhead. Thanks. Seen like 5 of those today already. Like, there's just lots of pissy people.
So, 2 options.
Yeah.
We go and try and talk to one of these probable mafiosos, or 2, we go into Zolopi's shop.
I want to poke the stuffed beholder.
I kind of want to. Oh yeah, I would like to. I'd like to poke that stuffed beholder. What would you like to do?
I'd like to.
Okay.
I'd like to poke it.
But before we go in there, we need to talk about our game plan because it is sus. Zolopi is sus. It's a sussy-
Zoblob.
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 Zoblob is a sussy baka. So, do we?
Never say that.
To be honest, in my nearly 21 years of living, I never thought I'd ever say the sentence "Zoblob is a sussy baka," but we'll gloss over that. So we are going to go in and friendly talk to this person. Are we going to try and bribe this person?
How about we just ask about, oh, what's that thing in the window?
Yeah, okay. Do we want to, when we go in there, do we want to ask about the tattoo, or do we want to maybe stay clear of that?
Maybe
Stay clear. Maybe we'll stay clear of that. That's a good thought. So we just go in there, ask about the stuffed animal, maybe if they've seen Redhead.
Yes.
Who would like to take the lead on this? Because every single time I take the lead, it goes shit.
Well, same. I tried to take the lead on those guards.
We'll see what happens. We would like to enter Zublob's shop DIs.
Okay. So while you're walking around, you make this decision. You now decide maybe best like get off the streets for a little bit in case you guys look suspicious as well. Go in. As you enter the store, the immediate feeling of like, ugh, it's kind of weird in here. As you look inside, and it's just full of like trinkets, and there's incense burning that's almost like causing like a purpley mist. That's kind of like, as you open the door, it already like starts coming out from the doorway. And as you walk in, and you look into the windowsill to your right there's just the stuffed beholder sitting there with like its large wide grin and eyes kind of sprayed out to the sides. It's not a large shop, and towards just the back is a counter where you just see sitting there on a chair kind of with like a really like unhappy, just like chin down, kind of looking at you guys enter, pale grey-skinned gnome, male gnome, same as you, Time, that is just kind of goes, "Can I help you?"
Probably shouldn't ask if we can poke the beholder yet. We should make friends with this person.
Yes.
Good sir,
What?
as lots of people go in and around this place. Were you here about 3 moons ago?
I'm here every day. I live here.
You live here. That's good. Are you Mr. Zublob?
Zobl? No, that's the guy in the window.
Ah,
Old Zoblob.
Zublob. He's the taxidermy owl. The
Well, it's not-
taxidermy stuffed.
Yeah.
The stuffed beholder. That's pretty cool. How'd you come across that?
Oh. Well. It's kind of a long story, but
Do we have time to listen to this?
Yeah.
We've got time to listen. Do you care to spread your whimsical stories upon us?
I mean, I can, but I'm also a shop, so
There's no one else
you
here.
want to buy anything?
Oh. How much is the taxidermy? The stuff.
Not for sale.
Aw.
Sorry.
What do you have for sale?
Oh, well. All of that. Just not that. As he just like gestures towards the taxidermied.
I'll
Deception
take a
check for
grim
what
whack.
to buy.
19.
90
19.
plus. What is it?
What do you mean plus? I want your
Plus
roll.
4. So 23 for perception.
Some good rolls today. Okay, well.
For what item to buy to really make this guy like us?
Well, upon looking at the shelves, there's lots of like random kind of things. There's little goblets. You can get some little like incense burning sticks and holders. There's candles. There's jewelry. There's some small like kind of like plates, bowls, and cutlery. Small books. There's a lot. Like it's a lot of just kind of op shoppy stuff. Almost. Like just a lot of random things.
How much are your candles, good sir?
Well, we've got different sizes. There's the small ones or there's the bigger ones. Small ones for the kind of, they all come in like a bunch. So you can get 50 smalls for gold. You can get 5 of the mediums for 2 gold. And you can get 5 of the big ones for 4 gold.
50 for one.
Yeah,
That's a
it
bargain.
is.
They are like
Very good deal.
that big.
Tea lights.
Yeah.
But
A little bit
that's-
smaller than regular tea lights. Yeah.
I reckon.
What scents have you got? What would you recommend for sleepless nights?
I don't know. You can go sniff them.
Thank you. I will.
I like the one that's burning right now.
Oh, that. Where is that? And he kind of just like looks up to the roof, and there's like a series of like high shelves with like various like fully burnt down candles as well as some, and you just see like on like one spot there on like what is like a kind of a row of some sort of almost automated burning thing where like an incense is touching another one so that when it reaches a point it lights the other one to keep them going, and there's just like a trail of burnt ones into the new ones, and it's just, oh, that one, I don't know what that one is. I think it's like a weird lavender mix with something.
Salt.
No, I think it's something even weird, like a rosemary. Another herb. I don't know.
Time.
Oh, it's not time, is it?
I don't know.
Oregano.
I get stock and I sell stock.
Okay. You got any books on the history of Waterdeep? Maybe even like the gang of Waterdeep.
Gangs.
No, what? No,
Guilds.
the guilds.
The guilds. Mine. I don't sell tomes. Go to the library.
I like reading.
Well, why'd you ask for books?
Mostly because
We're trying
I-
to make him
I
like us.
think
Talking.
I think that everything in your shop is just really special, and maybe it would be better here than anywhere else.
Okay. The candles. Do you want some candles?
I will pay 4 gold for some large candles and the story of how you got that thing in the window.
Okay. He kind of goes and grabs 5 of like the large candles, which are kind of, I mean, what's a good description? Those giant water bottles that you can currently buy at like Kmart, they're like the 2 liters. Like that's the size that you got. Like 5 of like those big things. So they're like hefty.
Whoa.
Yeah. So like massive, tiny little time holding 5 candles. You're more probably like putting 1 into a bag, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. You can mark off your 4 gold there.
I did.
Sorry, my eye is going crazy. It's like, and what, the old zoblob in the window there?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of a funny story. So basically, I got this shop from the old owners, and the store, the shop was called Zoblob's Shop. You keeping up? Mm-hmm. Then, because it was my business, I changed its name to my name. And I noticed that people kept coming in here and they didn't call it that name. They started to call it, oh, we're just going to go to the old Zoblob shop. And I was like, wow. And then I changed it to the old Zoblob shop.
Fair enough.
Well, we need to find these previous owners.
We need to find the previous house.
What? Why?
How long? Oh, you
We
were
were
listening to us.
whispering. You didn't. You
You
didn't. hear
didn't.
us.
We were speaking
So
telepathically.
the stuff toy was here when you got the
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah.
Interesting.
How long have you had the store for?
I don't know. 40, 50, 60 years.
Okay. So the owners who used to be here are well and truly
Dead.
Yeah.
How old were they when they sold it?
Oh, it was, man, they were a nice couple.
What happened? Why'd they sell?
Oh, they're a nice old couple. They were old. Why are you asking about the shop? Are you looking to buy? Because it's not for sale.
No. We're just interested. We're new to Waterdeep and
Oh,
just seeing, what the history of the place is, where to go, and
I don't know why you started here.
It looked like an interesting shop, and we liked.
I meant this entire part of town.
Oh right.
Start from the ground up.
Yes, start from the ground up. We're also
There's ground everywhere, but
yeah. Well, we're also looking for some friends who we've
some friends.
lost contact with.
Okay.
You seem like a blonde guy, and it looks like he could be quite wealthy, maybe a bit extravagant. Or maybe like a ginger kid who was with him.
Maybe.
What else did he sell? Because I can't remember what to buy.
Can we just bribe? Like,
Oh, yes.
just slip some money?
Well,
Tip.
how would you like a tip for some extra information?
Because you've given us such great service.
I don't do information like that.
I've no idea how to. What do we do? Wait, we can do it. We can do it.
Oh,
Just grab him.
persuasion check?
Can we do a persuasion check? I'll tell you what. How about I have this ocarina with me?
Oh,
Yeah.
what does it look like?
Well, it's made of bloodied skull. I got it from a cursed shop because they were saying that it was all cursed. And it's not cursed. It's just made of bones from a bird carcass. But it plays beautifully. It plays these amazing melodies. Do you have a favorite song that's
No.
okay? Is there like a national anthem for gnomish people? Which I might be able to
No.
serenade. There's not? How about I just play you a song anyways in exchange for some information? Because
No.
I play some.
If you want information, you have to give me something to sell in my shop.
I've got a really interesting piece that I don't think you'll find anywhere else.
Interested.
How would you like an authentic,
5 candles.
authentic, fresh troll tooth? You can carve it into jewelry.
I'd have to see it.
Oh, that's right. You're tiny. I forgot about that.
Look, there's still blood on it. I can clean it if you want.
It's not the kind of thing I deal with.
It came from.
Do you have anything purple? It's like, as he says
I
this,
can
you're
paint
now
it.
kind of like seeing the room, and nearly like everything in the shop has some form of purple to it. The candles are purple. The beholder in the doorway has a lot of purple features. Anything that has metal on it, instead of being like regular shiny brass, it's painted, like any of those segments of it have been painted purple, or if it's like a wood thing with any metal fixings, the wood's been painted purple, even if it's the slightest tint. It's a purple themed store, which is also the purple incense. Pink incense. Purple pink.
Well, just like out of the game. Technically, not something I own, but can I offer him a piece of clothing such as my purple tie, which may look beautiful on a gnome, which is half its size? But is that something I can do? Or is that
Maybe.
Wait, can Astrid do anything?
does that?
Whoa! What about some spices? Some purple spices?
No. Nah, Astrid's got like nothing.
Okay, good sir. I can offer you. Unfortunately, nothing of mine is particularly purple, but I can offer you the purple tie which I am wearing. I borrowed it off of a. It's mine. I bought it a long time ago, and it will bring you. It's a very fine material, and it is purple, as you can very much see. I think it would gain a pretty penny in exchange. What are we getting from him again? This information in exchange for the information.
My gosh, you're so out of it today.
I am not doing well.
Make a persuasion check.
You got this, man.
No, I haven't.
I'm only doing that because you totally don't have a purple tie.
My character has a purple tie.
Your mini,
Yeah,
is it purple?
it's purple.
You sure?
100%.
Maybe you're colorblind.
Maybe.
Maybe I'm colorblind.
That's crazy. I thought it wasn't purple.
I got 12.
12?
Like, altogether.
Total.
Yeah.
Sick. I quickly want to check. So I'm like, I swear he's not. But maybe I'm wrong. This phone doesn't
I have a
actually.
horrible feeling it might be pink.
Yeah, it's like red.
Isn't that?
That's just maroon.
That's maroon.
Maroon.
That's between red and purple.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is.
That's like saying, look at my purple shirt right now.
Under the right lighting.
Purple lights.
Yes, purple lights.
Hell had a purple
Anyway.
lights.
He goes, well, I admire the haggle. That is not purple.
It's almost purple.
Buy another thing, and I will consider some information.
You got a comb?
A comb? Yes, of
purple.
course. And he kind of like hops down from his stool and kind of just like pushes you to, like comes around his counter and pushes you to the side. And there's just, amongst the mess, he knows exactly. He just reaches into a thing, pulls out a box and opens it, and there's like 3 little different like widthed combs inside. He's like, 2 gold.
Yeah, I'll go.
fine. It's just someone closing a door.
I was sorry. Kincaid ripped a huge one.
But my face is at palm
The
level.
gnome and Dime just on the ground level just collapse.
The purple
Just
mist
the
has been replaced
just
by
the
brown.
raw chicken scent coming out. Oh boy.
Oh, it's like the cartoony like green mist.
Yes.
Like yeah.
Yes.
What comb do you want?
Right, I'll take the middle comb, please, the medium one.
It's all 3 for 2 gold.
Oh, it's all 3. Sold. Perfect. I have 2 gold. Where's my pen?
Done. He goes, wait, what was the question? What was the information he was wanting? If he's seen the...
If you've
he's seen
seen
the-
a very
and a
attractive
ginger.
blonde man and a ginger.
Okay. He's like,
And Ed Sheeran.
yeah, I
Taylor
mean,
Swift and Ed Sheeran.
there was definitely a few nights ago, I saw someone of that description walking with someone else, but he wasn't a redhead up the street. Not short after, there were some members that were all together that appeared to be following. I've seen people follow before, and they were definitely following. I'm not even talking like he was before. Oh my god, broke character.
One of them didn't happen to have like markings on their face or anything, did they?
Oh. Of the people following.
Yeah.
I think there was one that looked like he had a marking, maybe. I was just sitting at the desk. I see, if you look out the window from where we are now, that's how best I see. And as you look, it's like a solid 15 meters or so. So it's kind of hard to see, but to see like a bunch of faces within the dark, it's not really. And it's hard to tell if people have like just hair flowing down or if it's like a marking to go off a whitewashed face.
Right. Okay. And the person who was with the blonde, he what did he look like? What was he wearing? Was it like high-end clothes?
Somewhat. He had a trench coat on, and some good-looking boots. He was a very well-dressed individual, I'd say, very well kept. And the gentleman with him, it's like even more so, just about, looked very, very regal, almost in stature and attire. And yes, the others following looked to just be adorned in armor, and yeah, one of them definitely potentially bearing a mark of what I, from a distance, would assume be either my mistake of a piece of clothing, or it would have been some sort of leviathan-y, snake-shaped lizard or something from neck to cheek.
Right. Okay. The one last thing before we go, unless anyone has anything else they want to ask.
I was taking notes.
You're taking notes.
Yeah.
There's some guys like around here that are wearing like all black. What's their deal? Are they like associated with these people that you saw, or? Are they...
They're pretty much dressed the same. Yeah, the one that I saw was just a group.
Right. Okay. Well, there we go. Well, thank you very much for your time. Does anyone else have anything else to say?
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much for your time. I'll
We will,
enjoy my
we
coat.
will love these combs and candles.
Good. If you need more,
You know where to go?
Nowhere to go.
that's what they say. Yep.
There's nothing he has that could be useful for us to like.
It mostly seems like kind of an op shop,
Yeah.
like a
Just crap.
crap.
Yeah.
Is this correct information?
Yeah, it's trinkets.
Yeah.
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 Useless stuff.
Okay.
Toothbrush holders and shitty goblets.
Sketchy people around.
Cool. Let's go outside into the fresh air, where it's not just purple mist.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm starting to get a headache in here.
And rotten palmy farts. Let's vacate. So we
So
exit.
are you all finished with your questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
That doesn't. Why?
Nothing.
Huh?
You just like ended it. You didn't push further. I was. Doesn't matter.
He knows something, doesn't he? We've missed something big.
Yeah. What?
No, it's not that you missed anything big. You did all that work and you paid extra money, and you just took the first thing he said and said, okay.
Oh, we didn't
And
do
left.
a perception check.
Well, no, you didn't do any sort of checks, and you didn't ask more questions.
Have we left, or can we?
No, you can still be in the store.
Who's got the best?
No, you're here asking for information. He's giving you some good information. This is when you like pry for more.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I was playing too
Do
much.
whatever you want.
Um,
Like, there's no lead there. You have no lead after this. Wouldn't you be looking to try and get a lead?
Oh, yeah.
You know that the people in black, but you're not going to go talk to one because they're likely part of a gang or
that's true.
something. So what is your next?
So, these people, are they part of a gang? Or a guild, maybe?
Yeah, I think they're part of the Zentarims. They're often the ones that adorn tattoos and wear the black leathers.
Right. Okay. And they're like, they run this part of town, do they?
Well, no.
They don't.
No. There's not a run. They're weeds in it.
Right. Okay. Do you know any of them?
No.
No one goes.
I
in.
refuse service.
You refuse service. It's just too dangerous for you, isn't it?
No.
It's racist.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's good. I like it.
What's your issue with the
Centaurums.
Yeah.
They're not a race, guys. They're just the
Yeah, I
group.
know, I mean the
okay,
guild.
okay. I was just making sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't follow the guild. Their guild.
Are you part of a guild?
No.
Should we do it?
Don't ask the group. Just say as your character
Just
if
do
you
it.
want to do one or not.
Mine's shit.
So,
Okay, I'll do it.
if someone else has a +5, they could still roll a 2, but you roll a 20. Like, it's still up to the dice roll.
That's true. All right, I'll do a what's it called? Check a insight.
Okay.
Is it insight? What's the check I need to do?
An insight check.
It is an insight check.
Yes.
Okay. Are we ready? Oh, mine's not shit. I will do it. Mine's +1. I got 16.
16.
16 +1, 17.
Ooh. Just beat me. You get the sense that they're probably part of a guild or have a deeper following to one. Truthful about not liking that one, but possibly part of another one. Some shops do it as like kind of a way to stay secure and safe, so not uncommon.
Would it be like a thing that they, like in real life, where they pay almost like protection fees, like to the?
There could be something, you don't
Right.
know, like different businesses and individuals will do different things, different services for whether it be safety, surveillance, even because some of them probably have good quality. The thing for like getting goods,
Trade.
like companions and partnerships and stuff. So like for shops, it could be for that reason. So there's a variety of things that it could be.
Okay.
As you're just sitting here in silence and he's just looking at you like,
What should we ask?
is that all?
No.
What do you know about the other guild? We haven't heard much, and we just want to know so we avoid any sort of conflict here.
The main other guild that operates around here, where most of the brawls and scuffles are, is the Xanathar's Guild.
Do you have any particular hatred for them or disliking?
Not really. They're not really as in your face as the Zentrums.
Right.
They kind of hang back, and those two just fight. But the Zentrums, they come around and they try and kind of force order.
Right. Okay. So, do you like pay any of them anything for like protection or trades or anything, or is it?
No, well, that's part of my business. I'm not going to answer that.
We never did get your name.
Shit. Me trying to remember. Oh my god. I don't even know if there is a name. My gosh. I haven't thought of one to make up.
Well, if it's not important, we'll just say like
it's
Jack
not,
or something.
it's not
Gerald.
important.
Gerald.
I'm pretty confident that his name is now Zoblob. He changed it because he wanted his name to be the name of the store.
Okay.
So his
Zoblob.
Name, yeah. It's Old Zoblob Shop. He's an old gnome. His name's Zoblob now.
Okay.
Old Zoblob Shop.
It's good branding.
Very schizophrenic. So, we currently have asked.
Is there any way to identify people that are part of the Xanathar? We really just don't want to step on any toes.
Yeah.
Because you mentioned the other group usually like have that sort of armor.
Yeah. No. Not much defining features. You guys gonna buy anything else?
I'll take some incense.
Okay. How much?
Do they come in like boxes or?
You can get a little stand for them, but you can also sit them into any mug or anything really. We just sell them in bundles of 10 for 1 gold each.
Okay, I'll take 10.
Okay. You can reach them better than me.
Yes. 10.
And just trade off a gold, you can go grab some incense. He's kind of just here being like, damn, if I just keep saying stuff, they'll keep buying stuff.
That kind of bastard.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we've asked about the guilds. We know that probably the Zentarians.
And we know that they didn't walk to the tavern with the redhead, so they must have met the redhead in the bar.
And we know that Volo was with Floon getting followed,
Yes.
which he said he wasn't.
Volo? No.
It wasn't followed, but you.
Volo wasn't with Floon. Volo said he stayed back at the tavern.
No, like, wait.
Didn't because
Leaving. Wait, what? Huh?
didn't Zoblob say that he was walking with a guy that was dressed exactly like Volo?
No.
Basically.
He was just a guy that was dressed very well.
So this
very
is
well
another man.
Right. Okay.
Frick.
kept. Yes.
Do you know any of these Zentarim people? Is there any names to note?
Not really. I don't keep up with them.
Okay. All right. Anything else? Who is the rich boy? You ever seen that rich man before? The one who was dressed well?
No, I hadn't seen him before. Seems like both of those gentlemen look like they would have been lost in this part of town.
Right. Okay. Is there anyone have you heard any rumors about new rich people coming into the town that might be
No.
enemies of the guilds?
No.
Okay.
It's sad.
Not.
Just to help you guys along. At this point, an Astrid says, when you saw the five men follow the other two, did anything else come from that?
Oh yeah. That'd be a good thing to ask.
And Zoblob just goes, well, that's gonna cost you a little bit more extra.
Who's got the most?
You intimidate. You're prompting it. Intimidate.
Oh, that's right. We can just
You're
do
taller,
an
just-
intimidate check.
Yeah, you could flex your muscles. You could be like, look, we've given you enough shit already.
Yeah.
Just give us the information we need.
Yeah. we've given you enough. Can you just tell us? We've bought so much shit.
That's how you're gonna intimidate.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, roll an intimidation check. That was not intimidating at all.
I'm not an intimidating person.
That's why you gotta role play.
You're like this.
Is that a 1?
It's 4.
What is a natural 1?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a critical fail. He's just like,
I told you, I'm not good at intimidating.
he's just
The
like,
dice knows.
Yeah.
look, I know you bought stuff, but I've given you the information. And if you want more, gotta keep paying.
Can't do 2 intimidation checks in one.
You could build off someone. I usually stop, I don't allow a third. Because each time there's a fail, the DC usually goes up a little bit.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's a little known man, so I kind of lean onto the counter with my fist like that, and I look down on him, breathing my musky, little bit beanie breath onto him, and I say, "I think we've bought enough from you, friend. You're going to give us the
Roll an
information."
intimidation check.
Yeah, I should probably. 11 plus.
It's alphabetical.
Plus 3, so 14.
Ooh. He goes, you make a fair point. Do you still stay above him?
Yeah, I'll stay above him.
He just kind of like scoots down a little bit and just, well, yeah, you don't have to buy anything more. I'll just tell you.
Thank you.
There was the sound of a scuffle, and then I kind of checked, and they looked like they dragged the men down towards the docks.
Down towards the docks.
Well, they continued. I just want to see the name of the street. Sorry, they continued down Fillet Lane as if going towards the docks.
Like fillet of fish?
No, like the street that we're on, Fillet Lane.
Like, how do you spell fillet?
Yeah. You can't say it with a voice and expect me to not think that you're speaking as time.
I wasn't completely listening because I was too busy distracted by fillet of fish.
And-
Oh my god.
So the 5 men, were they dragging both of the rich guys or just one of them?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure both of them were taken.
Right. Okay. Is there any like guild that you know is around the docks? Specifically?
I don't know.
We know who attacked them.
Oh, we know who attacked them. Okay. Is there anything else we need to? Is there anything else? Does Astrid think there's anything else we need to do?
We have a
Astrid
lead.
is silent.
We can go.
We have a lead. We can go.
Pat him on the head.
Thank you, Pat. You were very helpful.
As you lift your hand up, your hand is kind of oily.
Greasy.
Yeah,
Is it from the sausages or this man's head?
this man's head.
That man's head.
Well, if we need more candles or information, we know where to go.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Okay. He's kind of like looking at you. Bye.
Bye, and we
I
leave.
have a good shampoo to recommend. Just
He has no hair.
Hang on, do you have hair? You're covered in scales.
I think I have hair.
No.
No, I don't have hair.
You're bald.
We've got hair though, so we're superior.
I use it on my horns.
You rub shampoo into your horns.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Keeps them
All
shiny.
right.
It keeps them shiny.
No.
Wouldn't you just use like a
Polish?
like a wax and like a buffer?
Nah, this shampoo is really good.
Shampoo? Okay, fair enough. Right, so we have a lead.
Yeah.
Fillet of fish lane.
Fillet of Fish Lane, and more than probably Zentarims. Zentarims?
Zenny boy.
Zenny Boy Xanax.
Zentara. Oh, yes.
Zentarims.
Yes.
So I've got Xanax and Zenny boys.
Xanax and Zenny Boys. Which is which?
Zenny boys.
Zenny Boys are who we're looking for.
Yes.
Right, okay.
They're the tatted freaks.
Tatted freaks that we may have had a scuff with.
They're the BDSM leather wearing.
I might need to
B- BDSM, wait a minute.
Like one of them, like they all roll dice or play cards in exchange for who's going to be the gimp this week.
Oh, God.
Right, anyways, before this gets any worse, we will probably need to go to the docks.
Can you carry the candles for me?
I'll carry the candles for you, it's
Oh,
okay.
thank you.
That's all.
Didn't we go to the docks already?
Yes, but we didn't know this information.
Okay.
We didn't go specifically to Fillet of Fish Lane.
So we could do one of two things here. Go and maybe try and find that guard who we made friends with before. Or we could do something which could potentially become dangerous, which is try and talk to one of the Zenny boys. Maybe try and intimidate them. Or supposedly I can do spells, but I know none of them yet. So I can't do that.
I can't do spells.
Can you do spells?
I can do minor illusions.
That's more like... That'd be more handy in fighting, wouldn't it? Like, oh, you look, there's spiders on you.
It could get interesting if we talk to one of the...
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
I also have Charm Person,
Ooh, okay.
because I'm a sexy bitch.
You're a sexy little gnome.
That was... I'm suing. I'm telling HR.
You know what? That's. I'm also going to tell HR. Please let me leave.
Alright, we go into Fish Lane.
How is Astrid in this? Is Astrid in agreement that we should be maybe talking to this potentially extremely dangerous group of people?
I didn't agree upon that. We're just going to Fish Lane and look at...
Oh, I thought we were going to go and talk to Zenny boys.
You can do that. I'm not... I'm going to...
You were looking at Charm Person and everything.
That's a future me problem.
That's very soon future you problem, isn't it?
No.
Oh, okay. So we're not.
So we go to the fish lane then?
We're going down Fish
Okay, Fish Lane doesn't exist.
Fillet Lane, same
No.
thing.
They just walk down that street. You don't know. That's the street that you're on. They just went... That street either goes into town or it goes back towards the docks. They were just on Fillet Lane going down towards the docks.
Then we go Fillet Lane down to the docks.
Okay. Perfect.
We walk through it lane.
And on our way, we encounter creatures great and small. No.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
Yeah. Tornadoes, tsunamis, Trump.
Just the usual stuff.
Right, so now that we're back at the dock, what's our plan of attack? Reminded there are Zenny boys who we know are probably responsible, who we can go and talk to.
But why would they kidnap rather than just beat up?
That does seem like a popular thing in this town, is rather than kidnap is just to beat the ever-living shit out of and then leave for dead. So, where have they gone? Are they being held for ransom, or...
Let's go to the dock
And
and
we-
find out.
Let's go to the dock and find out. We do know that the Zenny boys are into bondage, as we've talked about. So, attractive twink boy. Who knows?
It's all adding up.
That's all adding up. We know the true purpose of D&D. We're sitting with a dungeon master with us, okay? So we.
You've heard of S&M. Time for
D&M.
D&M.
What's S&M?
Sadism and masochism.
Ugh. Okay. Right, so
lessons.
we're gonna go down to the docks.
by Fillet Lane.
By Fillet Lane. And what are we going to do with those? We've already been there and searched for clues and we haven't found shit. Do we maybe try
You didn't
and find
know what
out
you were
the
searching for. You were talking to people.
That's true. We can now go searching for something.
Are there any blood trails?
Blood trails. I like
No.
it. Yeah, oh, fuck.
Any like pieces of clothing anywhere?
You can make an investigation check while you're walking.
Okay, I'll make an investigation check.
That's to kind of be like looking in like little corners and stuff.
20.
20. As you're going along, there are a range of like bits of cloth and you know, sometimes there's, you know, for some reason one shoe, you know, just the usual stuff that you'd find. There's nothing that like looks like it's super recent or been left purposefully, and no sign of like ripped clothing like there was a scuffle. It's just kind of various bits of whatever.
Okay. That,
I'm gonna take the shoe.
you're going to take
Just
the shoe?
you never know. You never know.
Never know when you might need an extra shoe.
It is a rank boot. As you pick it up, you hear sloshing and you just turn it and it's just got like brown black liquid in it.
Oh my
It's just
god,
been
the
sitting-
wearer was turned into soup.
No, more just like it's been out here and it's rained enough times that a boot has filled up with water.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Thought it was going to be vomit.
Nah.
And someone smelt it and they were like, oh, that was a bad idea, and then threw back up into it. No,
Oh wait, do you want to smell the boot?
not necessarily, thank you. I'm good. I'd say it's been enough time that has passed that we've won the bet, right?
Surely.
I'd like to say that we've won the bet.
Well, I've won the bet.
I was the one who made the bet in the first place.
Yeah, but you didn't put any stakes out.
I ate one.
You were the subject,
Oh, right,
not
yeah.
the punter.
Right, okay.
I'm afraid that's just how it works.
Is that how Mafia works? Okay, well, anyways, this one won lots of gold. Are we allowed to say that, or is this your decision? Because it's been hours since we've woken
Yeah, no,
up.
you didn't get food poisoning.
Yes! Oh, yes! Guts of steel.
Wait, I bet at 50. Did I bet 15?
I don't know. That was your own personal bet.
Yeah, it was
That's not for
15.
me
It
to
was
track.
15.
Cool.
But so did Astrid.
You've gained 30 gold.
Yeah.
You're so welcome.
I'll give you 10.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That I appreciate that. Thank you.
Actually, I'll give you 12, so now I have a nice even amount of money.
Ah, okay. Thank you. I'll
I can't write numbers.
Okay. So now that exchange of money has been
All right, back to
exchanged.
work.
Back to
Yes.
work. Back to work. So we've been at this for a few hours, right?
What? Searching.
Investigation.
Yeah,
It's about midday now, isn't it?
probably.
About midday.
Maybe just before it.
So there's not too much to look at the docks. The next thing will be talking to people. Did we want to start with the barmaid, go and have some lunch at the Skewered Dragon?
Yeah.
Are there no interesting buildings at the dock?
Are there any interesting buildings at the dock? We need to do an investigation check, eh?
Perception check
Perception.
or investigation. Perception for looking for interesting buildings. Investigation for looking for features if there's anything that you're specifically looking for.
Got you.
19.
19 for what? Perception. So, as you get to the docks and you're kind of walking along, you don't notice anything too crazy, but I'd say with a 19, you do notice that there's a few that are either looking like they're abandoned, slash there are ones that just don't have, because everything by the docks is like a warehouse, that don't have anyone operating around them. Whereas everything else, like it's middle of the day, people are at work. There's fish holes coming in. There's drink. There's food. Everything. There's just probably within however far you guys are going along. We'll say that, I don't know, you do maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You pretty much head what would be like nearly a kilometer up. You probably spot about 5 that are currently not in use. And then everything else has people operating as usual.
Okay. Did we want to do a cheeky squiz at maybe one of these buildings to see?
Do we really want to be breaking and entering while people are working, or do we come back later when people have gone home?
We should come back later when people have gone home, because maybe there'll be people in there using these warehouses. Maybe they even have basements where a sexy blonde
I'm
kid
gonna.
is. And we just kind of pick him up and then go back to Bolo's house and plop him down. Be like, hey,
Easy as that. I'm
easy
sure
as
it'll
that.
be easy as that.
110%, campaign over, done.
Mm.
Let's go back to the tavern and have lunch, I reckons. Do you reckons?
I reckon that we should investigate each of the windows to see if any of them.
Ah,
we
that's a
can
good idea.
peek.
Yeah, we
We're
can
just
peek.
not going to break in.
Yeah.
Are there windows?
Are there windows?
Yeah.
There's windows. Okay. Well, I guess I'll roll an investigation check for the first one that we come
You
across.
investigate the first building.
The window's a little bit tall, so I've got to be the one that peeks through this one.
Okay.
I roll.
Real quick. Sorry. Because you were doing that check
Doesn't count.
during your entire
count.
walk. I'll allow it. Because you were doing that check during your entire walk. If we want, we'll take the 19 as the continuous walk, but are you checking this building straight away, or have you done the walk and you guys are like, okay, now surely they wouldn't have gone this far, let's go and have a look at some of the buildings. Like, how is this playing out?
So there are some abandoned buildings,
Yeah.
but 2 bodies. That's a lot of effort to drag.
That's a lot of effort to drag.
A lot of effort.
I reckon we should check the first 2 that are like closest to Fillet Lane.
Yep.
Just a quick squiz to the windows,
I reckon.
and we'll see what comes of that. And if there's nothing in there, or nothing of note, or maybe we'll do even a little bit of a listen. And if there's any like muffled screaming from down there, then
That's usually a good sign.
that's probably a good sign that there's a person in there.
Yep.
So I'll roll an investigation check
Of the first building?
of the first building. 8 plus 1.
That's a D12.
Oh, wrong.
That's probably why I got a 3 on the other one. God,
Wow.
Is that a 3?
that's a 5.
Oh, okay. All right. As you look at this building, it looks abandoned because just kind of looking at it, it's full of broken glass and you know, cobweb galore looking through some of the broken windows. The actual door itself is kind of like with like a large oh my god, I can only think of the word like battering ram, but the thing to hold the door closed
Oh.
is like rotted away.
Right, yeah.
Um,
Lock. We'll say lock.
Pole.
yeah, lock, whatever,
Log.
whatever the word is. I forgot. It's been a long day. And it's run down. It's shit. There's no one inside. Nothing fancy.
Okay.
Okay.
Shall we go to the next one?
Should I look?
If you'd like, I think you're gonna do better than me.
Okay. So what is this?
Investigation for the
Investigation.
second building. Are you going to
Okay.
look through a window? Are you going to peek through the door?
I'll look through a window. I mean, that went well last time.
Why are you laughing?
Nothing.
Did it not? We saw
No.
everything.
She was just laughing.
Yeah, I just thought of a really funny joke.
What a zinger.
15.
15.
Have you got plus
No,
on it?
no.
Looking into this next, you're just assessing the abandoned ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Looking into this next one, you notice, yes, it's abandoned from the outside, but on the inside, there are a couple of lit lanterns, and from the best vantage point you can get, you think that there's maybe people in there, based on sound. I'd
Right.
say 15. That'll be enough to also notice that what you're hearing doesn't sound the same as, like, working human. Well, no, not humans. Like
Dock workers.
dock work. Like, there's not the sound of boots on wood. That's the sound I was going for, trying to think to get there. Like the sound of like heavy boots on wood. Like, it's a different sound for people moving within the space.
Right, okay. So, we've now done 2. 1 was unsuccessful. 2 is interesting.
Yeah, suspicious.
Should we do another one, number 3, just in case? Or maybe go back to the tavern and think about our next plan of attack? I don't mean actual attack, I mean like, well maybe I do.
Sure you do, buddy.
Can we investigate a possible entry into the second building?
Oh, good thinking.
Yeah. If you want to do another investigation check to try and find one, you can go ahead.
17.
Oh,
17.
There's 18 all up.
As you walk around, so there's the main entrance that's facing the waterway, but there are 2 separate ones kind of near to like adjacent sides on the back side within the small alleys. So there are other entrances, whether or not they're available. There's also a couple of broken windows that are probably at a level that you could help each other into.
Okay, okay. There's people in there now.
so maybe we should.
Can we find a way to listen in closer to figure out what the sounds are?
I mean,
Can I talk to a rat and send them in?
Can Astra do anything to help?
don't know if Astrid can do much to help. Not really. The best Astrid can do is kind of utilize spells to try and gain attention to see if people come out, but that's about it.
Gain
She can
attention.
season food. That's
And
like
season
her
food.
biggest ability.
Hello, housekeeping.
Do we want to try and get people to come outside? Because I have a saxophone on me.
Well, you can distract, and
I
I'll
can
sneak in.
distract, and then we can get
I can scurry
time
in.
to go in. Can we do that?
Dude, you can do whatever you want.
I'm happy with. Are you happy with that?
Oh, yeah.
You might want to go hide, just in case.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna pose as just a dock worker on his break,
On a smoko.
on his smoko, just having a really good rip of his sax. Do I need to roll for this, or is this just?
Oh, of course you need to. So, okay.
Saxophone.
Let's set the stage. What are you doing?
Okay.
Exactly.
So, I scurry time off into a window where she might be able to jump on through, or at least look. I'm now going to go nearest to one of the exit points, which we discovered is the probable entrance way, the one with the lock, the bad lock.
You're talking about the main entrance?
Yeah, the
like
main
the
entrance.
barn door-y
Yeah,
style,
yeah, that one.
the big door. Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to go just like a couple of meters away from that, and I pull out my sax, right? And it is a Shagler Superior. It's got this really nice, like rustic lacquer on there,
Yep.
and it is really nice. I've got a Yamaha mouthpiece on there. It's a proper sax. It's a really nice piece of kit. And I start just at the top of my playing ability, start playing some best hits from Paul Desmond, or just making up stuff, improvising, which is something that Kincaid is very good at with his saxophone. He studied for many years at Orc Soldier Music School. And I start playing outside of these doors as loud as I can to try and get these possible people inside this barn to investigate my whimsical tunes.
Okay. Roll a performance check.
Oh wait, what's my performance?
Oh.
Hey, okay, he's good at the sax.
How
Okay,
good?
so 13 plus 3.
13,
So
16.
16.
All right. Yep. You know how to rock this sax.
Thank you.
You're good at sax.
Thank you. I
Um,
may bring one in next time.
oh God. Just the silence and then. You play for like 5-10 minutes. There's people that are like also on their smoko, and they come in and have a listen as well, and they're loving it. They're cheering you on.
Oh,
a couple
cool.
people honestly like throw you some coins.
Wow.
They're having a great jolly old time. What are you two doing?
I'm hiding, right?
If you want,
Where?
it's up to you.
Boosting me into a
Oh,
window.
but yeah. Yes. I'm
When?
boosting time into a window when the
We
people come
wait.
when people come out and
We
Have,
wait.
have people exited this?
You guys are on the other side of the warehouse. You won't see when people are out.
So they're just like biting the bullet,
yeah, right.
whether it works or not.
Oh, wait. Can Astrid be where you are? Because
Use
she can
her
like.
awakened mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Big brain.
I think, yeah, any creature within 30 feet, so she won't be able to do it fully directly, but she'll kind of stand by the alley watching and then can probably communicate with you guys.
Right, okay. Cool, that's gonna be very helpful.
We await Astrid's signal
Okay.
as to when people leave.
Okay. Performance goes on. How long are you going to perform for?
As long as it takes.
As long as it takes. All right, you're going. Five minutes.
I'm like,
You're on to the next song. Keeps going. You're on to a third song by the time the 10-minute mark comes.
Lots of stamina.
Still no one coming out. How hard you going?
oh, I'm going all the way.
All right. Make a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
D20. You are saxing it up. 3 more songs down. You keep going. This is going good. The crowd is like fucking loving it.
Yep.
They're going crazy. They're throwing more money. You're probably counting at least like 18 gold on the floor at this point. It's 15 minutes of like
Wow.
live entertainment. They are loving it. 20 minutes goes by. There's still no one. You still going?
I'm still going.
All right. Another Constitution saving throw.
We should do this every day for now. I just play the sax and we get gold.
I've run out of stamina.
15 minutes passes and you're like, wait, nope, my lungs cannot take this.
Yep.
And you keep going, and then at the end of like the 8th song by that point, you're just like, thank you very much, everyone. And what else? What do you do? You're out of breath. You cannot keep playing.
What I'm gonna do
Yep.
is, we're at a dock, right? So theoretically, there's things coming in and out.
Yes.
Well, I notice, not too far away, someone is taking delivery of a piano.
Is that what's happening?
That's what's happening. So
Are
I'm
you
like,
sure it's a piano and you're not just having a mirage or something?
am I having a mirage? I don't even know if I'm allowed to do this. I've just been told I'm allowed to do anything, so
Well, for you, yes, but you can't just add a piano randomly on the dock and then go
Why
steal
not?
it. Because it would be inside of a box, because they are delivered in boxes.
You spot the piano box.
The box that just says piano written on it.
Oh,
Right, no, so I can't do that.
it's in a big old crate. No way you'd know.
I have proficiency with cards. Does that mean I can break into magic tricks? Like not actual magic. But
Maybe.
I don't know if the
You can do
saxophone
some
playing isn't
street
gonna
magic.
get them out. Is that gonna get them out? Because they're not gonna hear that. They're not gonna see that.
No, but I could get the crowd working with my charisma.
And what's that gonna do?
Well, if there's more cheering, people inside the warehouse might be like, oh, there's something going on out here, let's investigate.
Maybe you should just start beating someone up.
Just like take the nearest person and just start slapping the shit out of them.
With your
Just curb
saxophone.
stomp them, you know.
Oh, yeah, just saxophone back.
If the happy stuff didn't work, you're gonna have to get him out with violence.
Are we agreeing that I'm going to start wailing on someone because these people won't come out of the... Or am I just going to communicate to Astrid and say, what the hell do we do? I can't play anymore.
You could fake a fight with Astrid.
Astrid's going to telepathically communicate with you and just say, I don't know, but there's a few of the Zentrums that look to be kind of watching us, which makes me kind of worried. And like as she's saying that, you're kind of looking around as you're still trying to like keep the crowd's attention, while you're also trying to pick up some of this gold while you're catching your breath. This money. You're noticing that kind of like within the crowd and like up against a wall and like sitting on barrels and like there's people within that black attire, kind of just watching what's happening in the crowd.
Oh, this is tricky. I don't know if I should be trying to keep the crowd, because now that I've gained the attention of them, should I be trying to keep the crowd entertained?
We don't even know if they're in the building.
We don't know if they're in the building, but while Kincaid is thinking about what to do next on his feet, what are you guys doing? Because we haven't heard from you in a while.
We're still waiting.
You're still waiting, so you're
Yeah.
not just gonna lob time in there and see if you can snoop around.
Just throw me in and hope for the best.
Can we actually just like sneak around?
Sneak. I'm getting impatient.
Like stealth?
I'm gonna see if I can sneak through the window.
I just want to quickly ask, have you checked if the doors are open?
No! Not the doors!
We don't want to be obvious.
We don't want to just
Okay.
break in.
Because as soon as we like open the doors, that's like leaving us open for this group of someone in this building to be like, oh, you shouldn't be here. Whereas we might be able to get like,
Why are you leaving doors open behind you?
oh yeah.
I'm gonna stealth through a door. I'm gonna open a door quietly and look
The
inside.
door that are you guys waiting at a door or a window? You
We're
just-
gonna
window.
move to a door.
We were.
As,
at the
as you go to
window,
that door, you try to unlock it. It's locked.
Back
Look
to
at
the
me
window.
like that.
Okay.
Animal handling the door.
What?
Whoa!
What's the door made of? Animals.
It's a pile of squirrels.
No!
We'll try the other door. We
Does
walk
anyone have thieves' tools and proficiencies in thieves' tools?
No.
around. Nope.
I have proficiency in vehicles on land.
That's just carts and wagons.
So
not
I could
cars.
just. What I could.
actually.
Well, there we go. What I could do to distract more people is like, hey, I tell you what. How about I offer cart rides around and you'll cheer and as loud as you can, and we'll do like little races around in little carts. What do you reckon?
Wait, I have dark vision.
So do I. But that's just like at night time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can't peek into the dark building.
I told you what was inside.
Oh,
It's lit up. It's daytime.
It's way too late now, but I've just noticed I've got relentless endurance. Does that include?
No, that's if you go down.
We're all learning.
Yeah, I know.
Give us a
That's why I'm telling you, like, just
Yeah.
check if the door's open. Does anyone have thieves' tools? I'm playing as Astrid, being like, let's go ask the guy the question to actually give us a lead. Like, I am helping.
You are.
So shut up.
Can Astra check the door for us? The front door.
Well, because she's kind of like preoccupied being spotter, basically. Fuck it, I bring out my pack of cards and I'm like, right, you there, crowd person.
Just like some guy there who's just
Is it
got
a random
like a
citizen or one of the Zenny boys?
It's one of the Zenny boys.
one of the Zenny boys.
One
One
of
of the
the
Zenny
Zenny
boys just sitting there on a barrel. It's just like me.
Yes, you!
Hops down and kind of walks over and so what?
You found a magic boy?
Well, I dabbled in high school.
You dabbled in high school. Do you like cards?
Yeah.
You do? Well, I'll tell you what, I've got a card trick here.
Oh.
Okay?
Yep.
And I pull out this pack of cards. And I say, pick one.
Do I look at it?
I put, yep, you look at it. Fantastic. Give it back to me. Don't tell it. Tell me what it was. Right, thank you very much. And put it back and just. That's how you shuffle. And I do a. What check do I do?
Performance.
Not a deception check. No. Never mind.
See if you frick up your magic trick.
I fuck up my magic trick badly. I get a 4 plus 3. Oh, it's not that bad actually,
7.
but 7. So it's
It's average.
average. It's
You're there. You're shuffling, trying to roll up the crowd and be like, "You guys ready? You ready?" And while you're doing that, you kind of lose track of what you're doing, and you're like, "Shit, did I just shuffle the card? Fuck!" And then you like kind of like quickly like do like a little fan flip and look at the list. And did you try and sneak a look at the card at all when you were starting the shuffle so that you could like have a safety to fall on?
yes.
Roll a d20. Above a 10, yes. Below a 10, no.
17.
You did. You knew it was the 5 of hearts. You quickly whip it, and you see that the 5 of hearts is no longer like at the top. So you like shuffle it again, but you count really quick how many it is, and then you quickly just go, and you're trying to think. Like it was 7 cards. You're like, all right, random quiz question. How many days in the week? And he's just like 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is this your card? And he's kind of just like, yep. And the crowd's kind of just like, because that really just looked like you completely cheated your way through that.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it's like, stick to the music.
Wow.
And a few people start to like leave, and you lost the crowd.
I've lost the crowd.
Yeah.
I'm done with endurance. I can't bring that sax back out.
Yeah.
While I gather my thoughts,
While you're there picking up the cards, the crowd's starting to disperse. The gentleman comes up and he's like, "That was a really neat trick. Do you kind of hang out around the docks often?"
well, I mean, I'm new into town, so I'm looking for some friends. And to make some friends, looking to make some friends.
Right.
We're staying at the Skewed Dragon. Do you know that place?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool place. I like that place. We're staying there. Yeah, I could.
That place is a shithole. You know that, right?
Oh, is it?
Comparatively to others.
Oh shit. Is there anywhere else you'd recommend me to go?
Not this part of town.
Okay. Well, I mean, look. To be completely honest, as well, I could be looking for jobs as well.
Right.
I'll do anything really. You know. Not. Stop it. No.
This is Alex laughing.
Oh, okay. I'll do almost anything.
All right.
I've been known to. if your business or wherever you work needs some muscle, you know where to find me. I'll be here playing my sax, or I'll be at the tavern. I was a soldier, so I know my way around.
Didn't ask for the life story, mate.
Yeah, well, okay.
Look, music was great. Work on the tricks. See you around.
Will I though?
He's already turned around and started leaving.
Ah, shit.
Doesn't answer what you
Too much
say.
chance.
You notice that as he leaves, the other two that were kind of watching also.
Should have
Disperse.
flirted with him.
Should have flirted with him. Bugger. Because I've got charisma. Charisma. But then again, knowing my
Charisma
roles...
did your persuasion, your performance checks, and look how that went.
both brilliantly and shit. So, during this time, what's happened with the others?
You guys are at a locked door.
Can we go back to the window and just go back to our original plan of trying to sneak in?
Yep. I'm just gonna crawl through a window, see what I can find.
Okay, windows typically have glass on them.
Ah,
There
but
are
you said the broken.
windows.
Those have broken glass that you have to crawl through.
Shall we run?
You ever looked at like an old rundown warehouse or something where there's like a rock that's been thrown through it? That's what you're looking at, not a fully just no window.
Ah.
It's a cracked, broken window.
You have
You should have
scales.
played the saxophone as we tried to, like,
Break it.
yeah.
Plans, man.
Fuck.
Always think of a better plan after the fact.
Shit.
You wouldn't be saying this if the plan had gone well.
Yeah. Because I'd still be playing right now if I had endurance.
Yeah. Kind
Well-
of like a one blow pump.
Can I just go back to the front of the dock and rather than...
You're still at the front, but yes.
I'm so... Okay, well, I'm still at the front of the
Unless
dock.
you did go back there to talk to them.
Can I maybe communicate via Astrid? Maybe what I do, just kind of out of cleaning the sax to try and get some air through it, I just play the loudest and lowest note I can. So you can break the glass and it just sounds like I'm cleaning it, because that's what you can actually do to clean the sax. Is that, or is that rule bendy too much?
Your group to you are over 20 to 30 meters away from each other.
Why don't you just try knocking on the door?
Oh yeah, I'll just knock on the door. Okay, why not?
The big front door.
The big front door, I'm gonna go and knock on
not?
that big front door.
You knock on the big front door.
I knock on it and I knock on it with confidence
Yeah.
and a little bit of pee coming out. That doesn't matter.
Okay.
I
I
just
like
want to
it.
know who's inside of this place.
There is no response.
I knock louder. I say housekeeping.
As they open the door to this man with a giant mustache and a saxophone as well as a, what was it, an ocarina? around
Ocarina,
his
but
neck?
I've magically grown a maid suit. Like the full maid outfit,
Ooh.
but like human size, so it doesn't quite fit me. So my whitey
Yeah.
tighties are like,
You bend over to pick up some gold and it's just, oh, what? A bit more of Kincaid than I thought I'd be seeing today.
all hair and no meat. Right.
Perfect.
Now that we've had the benefit of that,
Yeah. I love my game of imagination.
what happens? I've knocked
Nothing.
louder. Nothing.
Nothing happens. You guys hear this knock as he's just banging on the door. Just ka-clonk, ka-clonk, ka-clonk.
Right, what do you guys want to do?
Great question.
What can I do?
There's no other way in, right? Other than the windows.
Can I just set fire to the building?
You can.
That's a great way to open some windows and the roof and the walls.
Yeah. Burn it.
Because I
Burn it all.
have produced flame, or I could use minor illusions to make a flame.
That's actually not a bad idea. I like that. Just make these people think that the thing's on
Building's
fire.
What are you doing?
I peek into a window, and I'm like, I'm tired, I'm hungry. But, do you know what always gets people out of a building?
I'm
Prostitutes.
not a saxophone.
This place is lit, but let's make it more lit.
Ah! I like that joke. I can't hear it because I'm there just trying to like fist
I'm
this
the
door
only
down.
one who I can hear it.
Yeah, you appreciate my joke.
Yeah.
I would have, but
And I'm like, keep me up here. Watch this.
does it make that sound too? But just a really wet, like froggy puddle sound it makes instead of fire.
That's me creating the illusion in a small corner near some
I see.
barrels.
Right. Okay.
I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
I'm sure I would have been, but I'm still there trying to beat the shit out of this door.
So, what are you beginning this ignite on?
Barrels.
Inside or
The
outside?
lanterns! Sorry.
Yeah, make it look like one of the lanterns has exploded
Ooh.
inside.
Uh-huh. Just, lanterns don't explode, but
Look, they spill. They don't need. They're not gonna be like, "Hey, lanterns don't explode." They're gonna be like, "Oh, frick, there's fire!"
okay. No, I'll allow it. Okay.
Thank
so,
you.
are you using produce flame to do this?
I'm not actually burning the building. I'm doing mine. You know what? Let's burn it down.
Oh wait, you're doing minor illusions.
Yeah.
Okay. let me just quickly check on.
And if that doesn't work, I'm just burning this.
Yeah,
place.
you're actually genuinely burning it.
You're still standing on my back as I'm like,
Yeah. I'm like on your
Boosting
shoulders
you
like
up.
a kid at Disneyland.
Because, yeah, I was like, can minor illusions make the look of fire? Probably.
If we can't find it, that means probably yes.
Probably.
Yeah, you can also make the smell of smoke.
Ooh.
Can do anything. So, it lasts for a minute. And describe your illusion.
People are working inside.
You
And then
don't see
suddenly-
anyone.
but there are people. We've heard
There are
people.
people
in
Yeah,
there.
you've heard people in there.
And then suddenly, there's a very large explosion from a lantern because lanterns totally do explode.
If people can
Flames spill onto the floor from the lantern, and it smells like gas and smoke. The whole room lights up in flame as it slowly trickles around it, spreading to nearby flammable objects.
I'd like to
Okay,
say at this
minor
point,
illusions is a cantrip. So you can do multiple castings of this, but it's not going to be a big space. You can kind of do like the trickle and like fire on the ground if you want, as well as then to add the oil smell,
We will do that.
oil burn smell.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Ooh. You do that. You hear a very strange noise of like mix of clicks and words that are kind of just like, what the, let's get out, and that's about it. And then you hear very like strange like on the ground as there's movement.
it's at this point that Kincaid stops banging the door
How would you know?
and slowly backs away.
Oh yeah.
How would you know?
How do I know what? Well, I don't know that this is going on. So
No, you don't. So
theoretically, I'm just looking at this lantern that's just fucking exploded in front of me, and I'm
you
like,
can't see it.
oh, I can't?
You're just looking
Oh,
at
so
the two
Kincaid's still there, just banging on the
you're
door.
just banging on the door.
Fair enough,
But he
okay.
can smell it, right?
It's a cantrip. It's a spell. It only has a certain amount of range. It doesn't instantly, like, if you smell smoke, you don't smell that 40 feet away at the same time that someone right beside it smells it.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So, no.
Maybe his fists are just a bit tired now from banging wood for, like...
Sure.
So he might just back away from the door just to kind of, like, regain the strength in his fists.
Okay.
Carry on.
No one comes out of the front
No
door.
one comes out of the building?
No.
And what?
So where's the exit?
Yeah. Because they've just left, right?
You know,
You don't know.
You know what we could use this time for? They've buggered off. Just break a window.
Have they though? Because we didn't see them exit.
We've just heard. Well, that's obviously not working. Do I just set fire to this place? Set a real fire?
Oh, we
That
can just
seems
break
like-
the window and see what happens.
It's actually some poor orphanage.
Well, if we think about going off of Alex's
God.
reaction to that and the fact that these very clearly small people are like cowering away and speaking in this high-pitched voice, I'm not inclined to believe that this is the big bad group of human mafiosos that we lead to believe there might be in there. So should we maybe just, there's no one that's come out of there, maybe we'll investigate it another time? Or do we break open a window, get in there? Or do we set fire to the fucking thing and see if these people can breathe smoke?
I don't know.
Those are our options as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to let you make that decision.
I kind of just want to set fire to the.
Oh my god, you arsonist.
You're in a city. There can be repercussions for arsony.
Oh shit!
There wouldn't be like.
I wouldn't know it was me. I'm just a sweet little thing.
That's always who it is.
You know what? I'm just gonna start screaming. Fire! Fire! You gotta get out! Fire!
Okay. You hear this.
I hear fire.
Yep. So does Astrid.
And we're like, oh shit, fire.
Astrid's gonna be like, "What?" And like quickly like peeks around and just sees you standing up in a window, just being like, fire, fire.
Fire!
Does she then communicate back to me that I don't need to bash down this door?
I'll say that, yeah. Astrid just says to you and be like, it's just time yelling fire into a window.
Presumably no one in this building. Well, I'd like to come round and just have a look.
What's your passive perception?
What?
What's your passive perception?
13.
13.
Why?
I just need to know.
Maybe people are scurrying out the other door. Maybe something you need to perceive.
Maybe I should just go around the other side
That's
of the...
metagaming, mate. You already said you're going back
God
to them.
fucking damn it. Oh, I'm going back around, I guess. Do I notice anything out of, like, on the other side of the building? Because there's a lot of exits that we had to look at.
There's one.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
One other one.
One other one.
Yep.
Do I pass this on my way?
And I would say that you would be able to see the other exit, like the other door, from your vantage point. And no one passed that way.
Well, I just go back to the group then and be like, what the fuck are
Done.
you doing?
Ash would come with you.
Damn it.
Ash is gonna be like, so, fire, what'd you do?
Not a real fire.
Ah, okay,
Not yet.
okay.
I can't go back.
Anyways,
Can't go back where?
Dude, that's backstory stuff. Shut up.
Okay.
well, this isn't working. Any suggestions? They're still in there. Apparently they like being crispy.
Why aren't they coming out?
Maybe they have.
Because
A minute would have passed by now. The fire
let's
is
just
gone,
break
the
a
smell is
window.
gone.
Oh, the fire's gone.
Let's just break a window.
Put me in, coach.
Are we breaking a window?
Would we get in trouble if we broke a window? And if someone...
You don't know who operates here. It's not a business. It's not like a business with a bunch of people in it right now.
I'm gonna.
You know what? While you're banging on the door,
Yeah.
because you're banging on the door, with your passive perception of 13, 12, 13, whatever.
13.
I'd say because you were right up close and personal, that is enough that you saw right above kind of like the handle to the door is the small symbol of a like snake.
It is the boys.
It's them. Bastards. Okay.
Wow.
No one ever like did an investigation check of the things. I was like, if you were up there close and personal, I'll allow it.
Do you know, is this like similar to the snake that was on human punching bag's face?
They're all variety of snake
Right, okay.
insignias.
Snake.
Snake door.
Snake door. Okay. Guys, you'll never guess what I saw on the front of this door. We were just trying to burn down.
What?
A snake symbol. Maybe it was the same one that was on this human's face from the other night.
That must be a part of the...
Astrid chimes in and says, the guy at Oblob's shop also said that the gentleman had a snake. The leader of that little group had a snake tattoo.
So this must be their building.
This must be them.
So we must
We're on the
find a
right
way
track.
in.
It's not an orphanage.
That's good to know.
Put the flame away.
Right. We need to find a way in.
I don't really have much to help in this.
Astrid's gonna say, have you tried opening any of the windows?
I tried opening the door, that was locked, but we should try opening one of the windows.
Yeah.
I can't reach.
Okay, I go and
You open a window, please.
I attempt to open one of the windows, and it works.
You don't determine that.
Please.
It is locked.
Of course.
And it's not a sliding window, it is a lifting.
Oh, it's a
up.
lifting window.
Yep,
That's probably why I didn't open.
one that would fold out like that so
Oh,
that
I
rain
see.
can still go out, but there's still air coming through.
Right. Window number 1 is locked.
Window number 2.
Window number 2?
You got this.
Okay. I attempt to open window number 2.
Have you checked how the windows and doors are locked? What their locking mechanisms are?
No! How do I even check that? Is that an investigation check, or is that a...
I want to see how I can unlock this window or door.
I want to see how I can unlock this window or door. And I
What, the
haven't-
door or the window?
The window, so we can throw this one in, and then we don't have to be in danger.
Perfect.
So what I'm thinking is, I'm looking at the frame, and there's this little latch.
No.
No,
Make your investigation check first.
I don't know how this game works. 18.
18. As you as you look through the window, it's pretty much just above your head height, so you're almost like kind of like lifting yourself up a little bit. But you notice that there is just a small, what looks to be a little crank that you can likely lever to the side to unlock it. To get to that from your vantage point, you wouldn't be able to, but because all the windows kind of have cracks and breaks, there's a fair chance you can probably try and get your hand in there to unlock it and then pull it open and then shove someone through.
You have small hands. I have big, meaty hands. So what I might do is Lion King lift you up, and you can see if you can get this thing open.
And what check would that be?
Dexterity check.
Thank you. There it is.
Best of luck.
17.
Plus 2, so that's a 19.
A 19. You scoop your hand inside, unlatch the door, and pull like your hand out, quickly flicking it open and grabbing it. And you have now got a door open that you can that you can probably shimmy your way through with a little boost.
Can I just make a very quick question?
Yeah.
These noises that Time is making, is this coming, like, is she making them with her mouth? Or is this, like, just the nature of, like, that's the way her...
That's no
I'm not playing Time. I was just making my own sound effects of Alex.
Because I was like, these are really interesting. You'd be like, you should...
Time when
have done a
she was
show.
climbing on top of people and going...
That's true. Yeah.
That wasn't me. That was Time.
That was Time. That's canon.
That's canon.
That's canon.
Little gremlin.
I want to shimmy through the window.
Okay, I lift you
And
up.
see if I can open the front door.
Yeah, it's part of the dexterity check still. No,
Part of the same one?
yeah. So you managed to get through, easy peasy. It's a little bit of a drop, but I'll say just you can easily land. Now, what are you doing now?
I'm going to see if I can open.
There is that back door, there is the front door, and then across the way is the large door. Not the large door, the other back door, sorry.
I'm going to go for the door that is closest to my mates.
Okay. Scamper around. You know, to see inside there, same kind of deal. It's just a latch that you just have to lift up and you can open the door for everyone. Sorry, my nose is so itchy.
Cut it off.
I wish.
Voldemort.
Yo.
Yeah. Where's my Horcruxes?
The boy. I can.
Touch you. Anyway, tangent. So, door is now open for you guys.
Yay!
That has been like 46 minutes of our life.
In game?
Something like that.
In game, they're
No.
It's nearly 4 o'clock.
In game, it's been like 30 minutes.
It's not even nighttime yet. We can't
Yeah.
even rest. We're going to be here literally forever.
We didn't even need to do the show with a fake fire.
Of course not. Just try and break in if you want.
You
I admire the creative intent.
a whole saxophone performance.
wasted.
Hey, you made money out of that.
I made money out of it, so I'm happy.
I gave you a good reward.
You
for
did
that.
give me a good reward. I thank you for
That's
that.
part of your creative flair.
Thank you.
Fun. So, you're inside.
Perception check.
Oh my god. So, once you're inside, there are a series of like tables and chairs that are kind of just like carelessly tossed around the room. There's barrels and crates filled with who knows. Some of them are open and empty, and others are closed as if they're full. On like the, I don't know, if you go from like the main front door, the north side, so if you're at that front door straight ahead, you guys are currently off to the right, and then there's another door at the back left, is a set of staircases that goes up to a second level that looks to just go into a room that only outstretches half of the warehouse up top.
Get percepted.
Okay.
One.
Epic. So, pretty much, perception check is looking at the area, so everything I just said, and I'll give the 21 that on top of, I assume, trying to look for any individuals that you heard inside, you notice that the doors are all locked except for the one that's been unlocked, but you may have locked it on your way back in. There is no sign of people. However, with a 21, you do notice that there is damage to floor, the supporting columns / beams within the building here, and onto some of the boxes that look to be a variety of axe, mace, sword hits of various like blunt or slashing or pierced damage, as well as some stains on the floor that look to be likely blood stains. That's your general look of the area.
Can I do an investigation check?
Of what?
Boxes and maybe the blood.
Sure.
What are you going to discover from the fact that it's blood?
Maybe where it leads to, if it's like a trail. And in the boxes, maybe there's like a gap that I can just kind of pry open and have a look. Nice. But it all depends on 11.
So, as you are going around, you first have a look at the blood, and it looks to be like there was a kind of some form of brawl, attack, ambush, stabbing, who knows. No trail that you pick up. So as you move on to the boxes, within most of the boxes, there's weaponry, as well as, barrels have weaponry. The boxes have black leather armor, likely the Zentrum, looking like the Zentrum. And then some of the ones that look like they've been rudimentarily reclosed. So they would have been packed neatly, they've been opened, and they've been put back down and then like forced closed again with like crappy technique.
Okay. I have no idea what to make of this information.
I'm going to scurry around, get onto my knees and inspect the floor damage. Investigate the floor damage.
What's Arcana?
Magical insight, whether or not something's magical or not.
12.
12? It's bloodstains. They are not super fresh. Likely a few days, maybe not weeks, because they're not kind of like really crusty stained in. And the damage to the floor is more, there's a couple spots that look like a flail or some form of weaponry maybe hit them. Same with the barrels and stuff. It's different weaponry that might have been like a dodge or a parry away to kind of cause the damage.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Anything else?
Right.
What else are you guys doing?
We should check maybe near where the lanterns are, because likely there is a little secret path, maybe downwards or upwards, where
Lanterns are just attached to the columns.
Oh, are they?
So there's like four to six columns within here, and 4 of them in the main square just have little lanterns to give a little bit of ambient light.
Right. Okay. Well, we need to find out where these little fuckers went to, or even if they are little, or fuckers. So we should have a snoopy round. Probably not steal anything from there, because that could come back to bite us in the ass. We will go and have a little bit of a squizzy around, and hope to God we don't get attacked, because he just rolled.
What? It was for Astrid.
Oh, it's for Astrid? What does Astrid do?
Astrid? Well, Astrid's now going to ask you. What do you make of it all? What did you find?
Going by the condition of the support beams, the contents of where we are, I'd say that we are currently in an abandoned warehouse. There's some stains on the floor, so
I can see that.
yeah, and cobwebs. So the maid has not done a very good job. There are some boxes which have markings on them, which may mean that maybe they struggled opening them, or they got into a big old raid. Maybe these are stolen. Who knows? Anything else to add?
No, you're doing so well.
Thank you. I'm not. But what is there? Anything else?
The floor is damaged.
The floor is damaged. The floor is damaged.
It looks
And
like
it's-
there may have been a scuffle of some sort.
Now it looks like there may have been a scuffle of some sort.
Right, have we? Should we check kind of everywhere?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We should.
Okay.
Do we roll? Or
Yeah, I'll say now that you're not doing a direct investigation, do an investigation just. This is more of like a passive one around the entire place. You're kind of walking around, looking at the different corners, seeing anything that you might be able to find. Go.
I find shit all and my eyes fall out.
Is anyone else looking around, or are you just kind of standing there T-posing?
Yeah, I'm
around?
looking. I'm looking.
Like,
around. I'm looking around.
7.
Wow, we are not good at investigating. It literally all depends on you.
1.
That might be the worst set of rolls anyone
And that's
has
perception.
ever done.
That's perception, right?
no investigation.
Investigation. Yeah. so
Astrid
1.
got a natural 15
What?
for a total of 20.
Okay.
Astrid.
Good on Astrid.
Oh,
My
Astrid.
God, is going to, as she's looking around, notices the large crates, which I so graciously described in detail how they look like they were packed poorly again, and decides to quickly shimmy one open, and lets out a bit of a startled like, "Oh my God!" as she's like, "There's bodies in these."
Oh. Right. Okay. We should go and have a look at what those bodies are, and if they have any markings, maybe how they died. We need to check the other boxes, but we also need to remain diligent that we're not about to be hit from behind. So,
One of us should be.
one of us should be lookout.
I will be lookout
You-
because I can't reach.
Oh, yeah, boxes are. So we're gonna.
I'm so weak. You guys go deal with it.
It's up to you. One of us has to check the bodies, and the other has to pry open the rest of the boxes.
I'll check the bodies.
You'll check the bodies. I'm gonna attempt to pry open the rest of these boxes to see if there are more bodies inside of them. And as I do, because my skin is all orky and tough, I don't get any splinters, because splinters are bad.
Yeah.
So I just dig my hands into
Yep.
with absolutely no finesse whatsoever.
Yep.
And well, I don't
What
know
are you doing?
I'm opening the rest of the boxes that are in there that are damaged to check for more bodies.
Yeah, there's like 2 of those,
Oh, there's only 2.
and then there's the barrels and crates that are filled with weaponry and armor.
Right, okay, well, just the other box then. Just,
Okay, it has bodies in it.
Yeah.
Yep. Sweet.
And then we drag bodies out,
Okay,
and it's now.
they're all Zentrum bodies.
They're all Zentrum.
They're all wearing Zentrum armor.
Right, okay.
And you see one in there that has only one of them has a tattoo of a snake going from its neck up to its cheek, up to his cheek.
So the kidnapper is deaded.
Based on the description you were given, looks like it. Unless they just have the exact same tattoos. But you know that the person in the pub had a different tattoo to this guy.
Let me do a kidnapping diorama.
He dead.
Can we have like an investigation of how we think they died? Like, is there any?
Sorry. Below the series of these bodies, there are also a series of what you assume are Xanathar Guild thugs. Assumptions coming from when you met with those guards earlier in the day, the people that were being held by them, the armor that was on the floor, and some of just the various things was matching to the armor that's in these crates. Zentrum and Xanathar Guild bodies within these boxes.
Right. Okay. Is there anything you noticed from investigating these bodies? How cool.
Do I do...
Investigation check of the bodies.
Don't roll a 1.
20.
That's
I
much
get it.
better than
So-
a 1.
Yeah.
All of the Zent guards, the ones that look to be of a higher stature, have a neck or a facial tattoo. The rest that are likely lower all have wrist tattoos that all somehow bear a snake. The Xanathar guards, a lot of them don't have anything really, but one of them does bear on his right hand a circle with 10 like little like eye kind of things going out of it. The symbol likely of Xanathar.
Wait, I missed. What? Where does he have these eyeballs? Hand. Thank you. Right. So eyeballs. Don't like the look of that. When we are back in town, we need to go back to our little friend Zoblob and check his hand, because I didn't look at his hand. We need to check his hand for tattoo.
We could just go in and buy something and then shake his hand afterwards.
Or
Sleep with them.
Sleep with him.
What? Huh?
aren't you the
You brought it up.
You
have
brought
to
it up.
do
You've got to do it.
No, I'm on lookout.
No one, no action.
No one, no action. Do we get extra points for that? Do we get like a? Do we get like an extra dice just as like a STD safety or something? Why not?
Can't tell you, that's spoilers.
Spoil.
Wow.
Not your STDs, his.
Oh, what the hell was in that palmy?
Wait, who are we talking about?
I don't even know
I thought we
anymore.
were talking about Zoblob.
Oh, Zoblob has
Yeah.
STDs.
That's why I was talking about no one. Didn't you just say you were going to go and shake his hand because
Yeah.
you thought he was from that?
Yeah, but we were going to
What?
make time. I don't know anymore. This got way too out of hand.
Oh my god.
Are we going to do anything with these bodies? Maybe report them to guards or something?
But then we get found out for breaking in.
Anonymous
You
report.
tripped and fell.
You tripped and fell and the window opened.
Oh no, I tripped and fell and I saw all these dead bodies and I pulled them out and I looked at them and oh my god.
We already know that. I think the guards have something to do with this, because when we met them, they were standing over a set of bodies which had the same armor as these people, and they were all dead. And they didn't look dead when we first saw them.
That makes sense.
So, guards probably not the best to tell about this.
Are we just going to leave them, or are we going to put them back in
We'll
the
put them
box?
back in the boxes.
Oh, very good.
Yes. What do you reckon we do next? Because we've still, these people are still theoretically, possibly in here. So we could go look for them, but also they're in a warehouse full of bodies of very tough people. We could be killed pretty easily. So it's up to you guys. It's up to you.
And we also don't know how many are in here.
We're gonna put the body back.
Okay.
We're not burning the bodies. Why would we burn them? We could loot them.
Oh.
See if they've got any good stats.
Yes. Can
Can
we
we
do
loot
that?
them?
Sure.
Do we need to do a check for that, or just loot them?
Yeah, of course you have to do a check. It's an investigation check.
Right.
All of us?
Yeah.
Well, each of us will do one, and then we'll
Sure.
see what stuff we get from it, I guess.
I'll just say each person rolls 1 and you're looting 2 bodies.
I got a 9.
11.
5.
You guys had such good rolls at the first half, and
Yeah.
now it's just gone to shit.
The dice are tired.
Yeah, you don't find much. There's some like that you find a little bit of gold. So Falcor, you of your 2 members, you get probably about 8 gold and 20 silver between the 2. Time, your 2 have 5 gold and 18 silver, and Kincaid, your people are stingy. You only get 2 gold, but you get 40 silver.
Okay,
so
thank
basically
you.
6 gold. Aside from that, it's just the usual weaponry of long swords, and some have like small hand axes or something, maybe adorned to their side, and then the black leather armor that is kind of covered in blood. They're specifically meant to not kind of carry stuff to tie back anywhere, so if they are captured or killed, that you don't find like letters or maps or notes. Items also within Dungeons and Dragons have the ability to be scryed on, so no one has any fancy rings or anything, because then they can technically be tracked by scrying.
Right,
So
okay.
they're pretty bare bones.
So, we've got a couple of options here. When we're done investigating here, we can go back to the tavern, have lunch, recollect thoughts, maybe talk to people in there. Go talk to Mr. Gnome, see if he has a tattoo of eyeballs on his hand.
Yeah.
Or 3, we go to the library and see if we can find any books. But I don't know where the library is. Is it near us?
Probably many.
There's
Big
probably
city.
a library near us. We might be able to find a book. What about Volo's book? That's not gonna have. Is that gonna have anything in there?
Book of Monsters.
It's a book. Oh well, no, that's not.
There's wait. What are you trying to find?
What this maybe the snake symbol and what the eye symbols mean.
No, that's stuff specific to Waterdeep's guilds.
Right.
It's guild stuff, not world stuff.
If we went to the library, would it be wasting time? Because being guild, would it be like super secretive, or would there be stuff that we can?
Why would I tell you that?
That's okay. Fair enough. Right. Okay. I don't want to waste time going to the library, but I've made a friend when I was doing my magic trick. I say I made a friend. I'd met a person. So if I saw him again at another point, I could maybe just like be like, "Hey, this guy got this like really cool tattoo. I saw of like some eyes on his hat, something like that." Okay, that's a later on thing. That might get me killed. So, what do you want to do now? We've investigated, we've put the bodies back.
As you guys are talking and planning, time. I think you have the highest passive perception. You hear those footsteps upstairs, and then
Wait, there are stairs?
Yeah, there are stairs
Yeah.
that went up to the second level.
Why have we gone up the stairs?
because you haven't investigated the place at all. As well as that, you hear very faint, a mix of like a click in like a deepish voice, similar to Kincaid's, even though his voice isn't super deep, but kind of just like, ready?
This isn't
That was a
deep.
ribbit.
This isn't deep speech, is it?
No. If you didn't understand, like, because you're hearing this, you heard ready.
Oh,
I think we should head upstairs.
I think we should head upstairs.
You guys hearing that?
Hearing what?
There's some scuttering upstairs.
Is there?
They're ready for something.
You know what we should probably do then?
We should probably...
We should probably head upstairs. I just pick up Tam, chuck her through the ceiling.
She just turns, she only goes halfway and becomes like that head in the ceiling with the legs just dangling down.
I like to think Time screams like Mini-Me.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
God.
We go and investigate, I think. Shall we investigate?
Yep.
Let's investigate
Right.
upstairs.
As you guys head upstairs, you make your way up the stairs, and the way that within the like rectangular to almost L-shaped kind of building, the upstairs takes up the main back part as well as slight overhang into the long corridor which goes to the front door. So if you imagine like this is the front door, it goes up, this side keeps going, and this side makes like a little box. That's like your big rectangle, your small rectangle. Your upstairs takes up most of that. Upstairs is what looks to be more like what would have been like an office area. Not much is stored up here. There's some basic stuff stored up here. But it's also kind of perhaps a mix of living quarters and paperworky business stuff, not the downstairs warehouse-esque stuff. That's what you get as you're coming up the stairs. Within here, there is a series of furniture of like a couch, some tables, some desks in the distance. And who's coming up the stairs first?
I'll go first.
You'll go first.
So you see all this. What do you do? Do you relay it? Do you just keep going upstairs?
It looks kind of cozy up here.
That's not kind of cozy, but it looks businessy too.
Yeah. There's a lot of paper. And a couch we could sit on.
That's true.
But I don't see anyone.
So we heard voices. Where did they go? Maybe we should go and check what those papers say.
I reckon. Let's go read some papers.
Okay. So you all head upstairs. Yeah. As you all head upstairs, you pretty much, are you just beelining it towards the desk? Or are you going to separate?
I'll take the desk.
You'll take the desk. I'll do an investigation around the I've had a mind blank. Pick somewhere for me to go.
Couch, coffee table thing?
Yes, I'll go and investigate that.
All right. You can just search one of the other spots for sitting.
Yeah.
Like there's tables, couches, desks, everything up here. As you all separate, we'll say that Ash was just tagging along with you. You kind of get time as you're coming around the corner of like the bench to have a look if there's anything in any of the drawers. As you're kind of walking around, are you sitting on the couch? Are you walking around it? What are you doing?
Walking around, I'm doing an investigation.
Yep. As you go over to your little table and coffee area, there's some knockdown chairs on your side. You then all suddenly hear, "I get him!" in like a weird voice as four like feathered creatures with like knives and crossbows and stuff pop out from like kind of behind knockdown furniture and stuff. And that's where we'll end the session.
What a cliffhanger.
An ambush.
Oh, okay.
Because no one did a perception check when they got up the stairs. Or just like snuck their way or anything.
Why do I
You just
feel like
walked
this
up.
is gonna end up being me that gets hit because you said get him? I guess I could also be Falco.
that was, they all jumped out when one of them said get him. You don't know which one.
Oh, M. Sorry,
Get
I thought,
him.
Yeah, I thought you said him.
No.
Right, get him. Good. Right. Okay.
That's a him as well.
Yeah, I know. So it was
It's just a
me up.
dragony him. Yeah.
Racist.
Well, yeah.
Righty-roo.
Astrid's gonna be like, what have you gotten us into?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm just going to write the general areas that you're all in so that I remember for next session.
She could use her spices and just
Birdseed.
blind them all. Pepper spray them.
I wonder if we can turn this into a way to make friends with these creatures, because maybe they could be helpful.
They don't seem like they want to talk there.
Seduce him with the saxophone.
I
Well-
could.
how about you guys have a week to make your plans on what you want to do, whether or not you just fight them, or wait and see what they're going to do to you, whatever it may be. And that'll be the end of the second episode of the Your Turn game. Did you guys enjoy that one?
I did enjoy it. It was a lot less hectic than the first one.
Yeah, that's what combat is. So we'll start combat in the next one, and then we'll have more of the non-hectic, hopefully.
It was interesting.
But I hope everyone enjoyed, and we'll see you next week for the next games. See ya!
Ta-ra!
Ta-ra!